Good evening, sports fan. We're here at Superior Heights, John Wayne Fott Fieldhouse, to bring you another broadcast from Saultsports TV between the Superior Heights Steelhawks and the St. Mary's Knights in senior football action. JB, quick synopsis on what your expectations are for this evening.
Well, St. Mary's Senior finished 4-2, second seed. They're looking for their rubber match with Cora, seeing who will split that three-game series over the last 3 years in the championship. And a little recovery there by number 31 from St. Mary's, Marcus Spatafora. And then from Superior Heights, that's exactly what you're going to see today. You have a special teams maverick over there in Coach Sliver, and a head coach that's given him the reins to do all kinds of wild things today to try and even the odds when it comes to this pedigree deficit between the two clubs.
So it's a match against the wily old veteran coach, Jimmy Monaco, against the young upcoming buck, Matthew DeSando, and I think we should be entertained for the first half of this game, and both teams are going to try and establish what they want to do on offense, and looks like St. Mary's with big Grant Matheson in the backfield here. So Matty Tucker under center, and it's a little fullback dive here, and rumbling, bumbling, stumbling for first down. Grant Matheson able to get about 11 yards there.
Well, you don't see many fullbacks in a three-point stance in the backfield anymore, but it sure looks good when you put a kid that big and strong in the backfield. He's willing to run downhill and attack the linebackers. Nice start for St. Mary's offense.
Yeah, I think they're going to force St. Mary's to stay in the box here and try and stop him, and then some shenanigans going on here on offense. And Superior Heights, number 5.
Number 5.
Javon Battle, back from suspension, was able to get in there, and Jared Dewar had no time at all to grab a hold of that football. So
we haven't seen a whole lot of Battle this year. He's missed a few games, but when we have seen him on the field, he is a force on that D-line. He gets in the backfield fast. He is one of the best get-offs from the D-line in the league. So we'll see what type of impact he has on the defending champion.
Yeah,
today.
If he can control his emotions tonight, he can be right in there and be a pivotal part of this defense for Superior Heights. So, Tucker under the gun again. 2nd and 14. Fake to Dewar, roll out by Tucker. And he overthrew Jack McPherson on the wide throw. So, St. Mary's, after a promising first drive of the game, first play, 2 and out. So, they're forced to punt.
Yeah, we didn't get to see too much of it there, but I'm pretty sure we have all the weapons there for St. Mary's again this game. Guys who've missed a few games this year have been Nate Carter and then Jack McPherson as well. Both of those weapons available to Matty Tucker here, I believe, today for the first time this season at the same time.
Yeah, so, Nate Carter's no stranger to punting, obviously, one of the premier punters in this division. And he either hits a bomb or he shanks him. So hopefully he's got a few bombs in for the spectators tonight. And there's the bomb that I talked about. He just smashed that one down inside the 10-yard line. And not sure who was able to.
It looks like Shillingsford, just based on
Shillingsford. I believe you're right, based on the quick replay that we're going to have here. I think we can verify that, but Mac's able to get the ball, looks like somewhere around the 14-yard line.
And what a great weapon it is to have a punter like Nate Carter, and I'm sure St. Mary's glad to have him back for these last couple of weeks. Getting things going that way, but great job pinning Superior Heights deep in their own end. We'll see him play an impact on specials further in this game, I'm sure.
So we'll see what Coach DeSando's got ready to go here. And he's got Dake LJ lined up wide. So a little wrinkle from what I figured they'd start with.
Yeah, I wonder if that means that that's Dylan Wooten back there at quarterback. I can't quite see. Looks like it.
A little flare out here to one of the numbers way on the far side of the field in the dark. So
well, I'm pretty sure that's number 2, Dylan Wooten, back at quarterback, healthy after missing some time. And Dake Goche is a weapon no matter where you put him. He's just a football player. Another kid I would label as an athlete because he can do it all.
Sets up 2nd and 5.
Defensive coordinator Corelli making some adjustments here for his team. So 2nd and 5. And quick pitch out here to Dake Goche. And it looked like he was able to get a first down.
By Darian Pucci.
Darian Pucci on the tackle.
Well, just so happened that they call it where St. Mary's descends into the zone with all their defenders or into the box with all their defenders, and it just so happened to be the play where they had a very aggressive sweep with Dake Goche, and once he gets that corner, he always runs 100%. There's no scaling it back. He's full speed at all times.
So Dylan Wooten back at the quarterback position with a full house backfield. Another pitch out here to Dake Goche. Able to get about 3 on that play. Looks like Superior Heights trying to get the ball into Dake Goche's hand. And
good hard yards.
he's their most dominant player, both on offense, defense, and specials. And with no disregard to some of the other quality players they have, but Dake Goche is phenomenal athlete, and he's a difference maker on that team, and they're sorely going to miss him next year when he's gone. But Sioux College is lucky to have him. He'll be going there next year. So. And off here, it looked like I thought it was potentially.
Ball up to the line of scrimmage.
It might have been Ty Russian. I would think that would be who they had there in the back, but I couldn't see the number quite clearly.
Tackle by committee for the Knights. That's going to set up 3rd and long for Superior Heights.
That might even have been Shillingsford.
Potentially, it's just those numbers. Unless you catch them right in the light, they're not great in the dark. So.
Yeah, I might grab a pair of binoculars there at our next break.
So, Dake Goche back to punt, and always a threat to run just in case. But I'm sure Coach Sliver's got something going on. Able to get one off. And it was fumbled, and it's going to be no yards. So, number 17, Cole Rive. And I didn't see who was in there on the tackle, but it's obviously going to be a no yards penalty, and that'll give St. Mary's some tremendous upside on the field forefront.
Yeah, I think it was Will Meta got in there and made that play. And Cole Rive is a name we're going to probably hear a lot of today. What a weapon he's been for St. Mary's this year when you've had all the issues trying to maintain this offense without Nate Carter at times, without Jack McPherson. Cole Rive's really stepped up. I think he scored something like 7 touchdowns this season. So what a great weapon he's been. What a way to step up for him this season in a time where they needed it most. So
the penalty was just a 5-yard variety, with the other option being the 15. So St. Mary's will take over the ball just over center field at the 54-yard line of Superior Heights Steelhawks. Quick handoff here to Dewar, up the middle, scrambling his way up, and a solid run there for Jared Dewar, and you're able to get the ball down to
gets about 15 yards and a first down.
The 37-yard line.
Yeah, great. Seeing Dewar playing at this point in the season, we spoke about it earlier in the year. He's had some injury issues in the past.
With the tackle.
Just so great to see him make it to the playoffs with the St. Mary's group and get a chance to play out his final season in high school.
Yeah, it looks like the center there for St. Mary's was looked like laboring a little bit with his walk up to the line. So,
well, that would be Torrenson, another Sioux College commit. So hopefully he's okay.
Grant Matheson handed off the ball and dragging defenders down. Going to be all the way down to the 30, so it'll be a 2nd and 2 for the St. Mary's Knights.
Well, I love seeing St. Mary's incorporate some of this power run game into their offense. The last couple of years, they've been very spread out. Almost a West Coast style of offense, a lot of short intermediate passes, and then opening up things over top once you have defenses start to walk up. Their run game's been a bit of a skilled guy type of run game, but it's really, really cool to see them start to incorporate a guy like Grant Matheson into it.
Another handoff, and Grant Matheson having players bounce off. It's taken a couple of them to bring him down, but definitely enough for the first down there.
Yeah, and I can't quite see who that was. I think it might have been Colt Yeaman who came up and made the play on that one.
Matheson
Number
with another
8
good
for
carry.
Superior Heights defense.
Sets up 1st and 10 for the Knights. Tackled by, it looks like Lucas Cruikshank. Number 70 for Superior Heights.
Cruikshank, so a couple of guesses there. No harm in saying a couple of young men's names today.
1st and 10, St. Mary's.
No. Couple swaps out on the offensive line here. A little bit of a switch off there.
Jackson gets a couple of good hard yards before being taken down.
Jackson on the run and taken
Grayson
down.
Monero with the tackle.
Grayson Monero. And definitely the athlete of the Girardi family, Carter Girardi. You look like he was in on the tackle.
We'll hear Hunter Jackson's name a couple of times here today, I'm sure. Another one of those running backs that they rotate into that mix. Just a young player, I believe, grade 11, so we'll see more of him in the years to come.
And they got Javon Battle there jumping into the neutral zone for an infraction, and good hard cadence there by Matty Tucker in order to get him to jump up. So it's going to be a free 5 yards.
Yeah, and if you're Javen, you have to understand, like, they're calling that because you're aggressive off the line and you're getting such a great get off. They're trying to help their offensive line a little bit. So now you really have to be patient, but still load it up properly. Just make sure that the ball is what sends you and not the cadence.
Yeah, St. Mary's committed to the run here, so a little bit of a different wrinkle than we've known to expect. You know, they do mix the pass and run in, so it's not like they don't run the football, but they've made a serious commitment here in the first quarter to trying to run the football.
Yeah, especially surprising when you have all your weapons back for the first time.
Jared Dewar with the run and tackled with a strong tackle there by, I got to think that's Will Meta, and they're number 6, Will Meta, I believe.
Certainly is. He's still one of those players on this team who's a leader and both example on the field and character as a kid, and he's looking to have a great game here. Potentially his last game. I don't think he's fully made that choice yet, but he's in grade 12 and has committed to Sioux College, so we'll see what next year holds for him.
So third down, St. Mary's electing to go for it here on third down. They need about 5 yards in order to get first. Tucker under center. Fake rollout, and Superior Heights having none of that.
Drop back, big sack by Superior
listen,
Heights.
Javon Battle making a difference.
He is a key player for this defense. They've missed him a lot, and he's been you know, talking with his coaches on how to make sure that he can stay on the field for this team, because look what happens when you add that wrinkle to this defense. Great pressure. Matty Tucker's going to have to be really, really precise with his rollouts now and knowing to get the ball away. It totally changes the tone of this defense having him out there.
Yeah, you know, when he's in there, he's a difference maker, and that line's going to have to protect Tucker better than that, or this could be a lot tighter game than a lot of people expected. So credit to Coach DeSando and getting his team prepared and ready to roll, and Coach Goche, I imagine, had a big hand in the defensive structure, well-known football player here in Sault Ste. Marie and coach. So Dylan Wooten back into the pass formation, a little flare out.
Nice little pass to Travis Zanut. He gets about to the
Ben Travis Zanut, so looks like he got around the 39-yard line.
54, Tyler Katie.
Oh, there's another grade 11 athlete here on the Superior Heights team who's getting a chance in the playoffs, and we'll hear his name for quite a bit too. A capable safety, DB, running back. He's done quite a bit. I think he even played a little bit of quarterback in junior at one point, if I'm not mistaken.
So Tyler Katie was able to bring him down. So second down and about 4 yards.
Well, great work by Dake Goche there. Dylan Wooten walking up, hard count, gets that veteran defensive line to jump, and that's not an easy task. So great job there. It's clearly something they worked on in practice this week.
Yeah, 100%, and overly aggressive to St. Mary's defense. And, you know, Coach Corelli over there is going to have his boys chomping at the bit, but he's going to be screaming at them to watch that cadence and watch the ball. That's all you need to be watching as a former defensive coordinator myself. And old D-line coach, that's the ball is the key part. You shouldn't be listening to anything. So. Handoff there goes nowhere. That was sniffed out by Noah DeValton. He sniffed that one out in a hurry. Ben Trivenute was folded up like an accordion there in the backfield. So,
well, Noah DeValton's a big dude, maybe one of the bigger, stronger athletes in this league, in the circuit, and one of the seniors tonight who is in grade 13, so he won't be returning next year. We're not sure what his post-secondary aspirations are with football yet, but he's going to have options. He's a great prospect.
100% integral part of the SaberCat program as well this summer. So second and 15. See what Coach DeSando calls here. He's got Wooten rolling out. quick pass to Dake Goche, and Dake looking at his hands, unable to bring that one in. He got it there to him, so
Goche
Well,
wouldn't have got too far. He would have got about 6
Ball's
yards
incomplete.
potentially, but that's so un-Dake-like. He's usually able to bring that ball in, so he's mad at himself, and I think this is going to put them. That should be third down, correct? Yes, it is. The referee's going to change the stick, and that should bring Dake Goche on to punt the ball. So
well, you talk about what comes next after Dake leaves as a grade 13 player. Dylan Wooten's a good option. I mean, I remember last year he came in about 2/3 of the way through the season for Spear Heights Junior, started throwing the ball. We were really surprised a guy of his stature was so good at that position, and such a high IQ football player.
great kick down inside the 32-yard line. And there's going to be a block in the back, so it's going to bring that back even more. Cole Rive got about 4 yards, and I think that's going to send them back. So.
Yards before a flag is
Well,
thrown.
the officials get that sorted out. We're going to go through some of the returning year players from Spear Heights Steelhawks who potentially playing their final game. We'll do the same for St. Mary's Knights tonight. But Dakin and Goche, Nathan Adams, Colt Yeaman, Ty Russian, Javen Battle, Javen Giosa, Maximo Eshkabach, Cam Herndon, and Divine. It's
That's a hold on the return
it's
for
a
St. Mary's.
Hoseman.
That'll back them up a
Divine,
couple. And
you're
we'll
going to have to help
first
me
down.
with that one there later, Coach, but we'll get that one right eventually.
I'm sorry, I was listening. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to take a minute for that one.
We'll get it right, Divine.
Let's just call him Big D for now.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't want to mis-enunciate his last name there. So looks like that played back St. Mary's up. It was a block in the back, so they're going to be first down from their 27. Tucker back to pass, fakes, and scampers his way up the middle, and looking for some blockers out front. And Dick Goche able to bang him out around the 44-yard line. So.
Well, great block there by number 24
Gets about 17
on
yards in the
St.
first down
Mary's,
before Goche
Nicholas
tackles
Carney.
him out of bounds.
That would have been about a 5 or 6 yard gain if not for the block by the wide receiver, but he gets a body on the DB that comes crashing in. Gets his quarterback another 5 yards or so, first down. St. Mary's looking to get rolling here now on offense.
Down to the last minute here. It's been pretty quick first quarter, and nothing to score. St. Mary's has the ball. First down from the 44. Matty Tucker back from the shotgun. And there's another commitment to the run. Jared Dewar going nowhere up the middle, swallowed up quickly by big number 66 from Superior Heights, Keegan Stanforth.
Well, you know what? That interior D-line is looking great right now. Stanforth and Javen Battle, totally different style of interior defensive rushers. But they're complementing each other great. They try to double-team Javen there. Stanforth sees the opportunity, steps up big with a one-on-one matchup. And this front group at Spear Heights defense doing a great job containing guys like Jet Dewar right now.
Tucker rolling out to his left and tackled behind or almost to the line of scrimmage, and not sure who was able to make that tackle. Will Meta potentially.
Tucker down after a short gain. It's going to set up
well, you
third
know
and
what?
about 10.
If you asked Coach DeSando coming into this game, if after the first quarter he'd be happy with them splitting field possession down the middle 0-0 after the first quarter against the defending champs. I think he'd tell you he'd be pretty proud of his kids right now. Good effort here in the first quarter.
They do
solid
look,
game
I'll
plans.
tell you, they look like a different team out there right now. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter, folks. We're going to flip the dish, and the players are going to switch ends here. But I got to give a lot of people were writing Superior Heights off, and I think they're a little quick on the draw there so far this evening. Superior Heights is making every indication that they want to be make it to that next game against the Cora Colts. So St. Mary's is going to definitely have to step it up here. If Superior Heights can stick to this, it's going to make for an interesting game here on a great Friday night with a full moon. So Nate Carter back to punt. And another strong kick. And that's going to get out of bounds right around the 33-yard line.
Punt goes out of bounds. Just
Well,
this
we get a
side of the
chance.
30.
We'll go over the returning year players from St. Mary's Knights. We'll have this mass substitution. Noah DeValentin, Braden Lutzi, Matty Tucker, Kieran Juma, Blair Boudreau, Mateo Rodriguez, Jack McPherson, Grant Mathewson, Jarrett Dewar, otherwise known as Jet Dewar, Darian Pucci, Nate Carter, and Mateo Torrenson.
Well,
So
it's a pretty long list as well.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, potentially their last game here today too, but knowing these defending champs, they have ambitions to play next week, so we'll see if they can hold off this oncoming Superior Heights squad.
So first down for Superior Heights. Dylan Wooten still at quarterback here. And I thought that was offside, and looks like referee, not sure which referee we have
Flag
on the
comes in
far
late.
side of the field, but was definitely in the neutral zone on that crowding the
Pass was
line.
blocked.
So I think that's going to be 5 yards up, and it'll still be repeat first down.
Yeah, it is a really cool weapon to have Dylan Wooten back there because it gives you more availability with Dakin and Goche. You know, you understand the compulsion to put your best athlete at quarterback when you're not sure what the
Offside
identity of
against
your
St.
offense
Mary's.
is.
That'll
But
move the ball up 5 yards. They'll repeat
I'm glad to
first
see
down.
Superior Heights showing some signs of preparing for this game. They probably had stuff installed for today that they haven't used in the regular season for the same reason we talked about a lot today, just trying not to put too much on film. But we'll see if it can sustain 4 quarters.
Yeah, you know what? Having Date Goche, I've seen that a little bit of that experiment earlier this year, and he's an electrifying player. So if he can make some yardage for them and create something. And that was a pass forward intended for,
Pass
I
falls
believe, Date
incomplete.
Goche, but the ball was out of bounds, and he wasn't able to get anything in on that pass. So St. Mary's definitely got into the backfield there and forced that throw a little bit earlier than he anticipated.
Yeah, Superior's getting a little bit away from the stuff that was working here for them for a bit. But also wouldn't mind seeing if they can unlock Ty Rush in here a bit today. See if they can't get him involved in the run game as well.
So a run up the middle here.
Hard run up the middle.
That looks like
Number 6, Darian
Travis
Pucci
Ben
with the
Trevzenut.
tackle.
Darian Pucci on the tackle. They got him to the
Travis
40,
with short gain
so
sets up 3rd and 3
quick
for the
decision here,
Steelhawks.
and looks like Steelhawks are going to be punting the ball away. So playing the field game position and not willing to risk the biscuit here for 3 or 4 yards. And I think it's a pretty smart game plan so far. But, you know, you never know with the mastermind at special teams, Coach Sliver over there. Never afraid to put a shenanigan in there. And
This seems like a Sliver special right here, I'm not going to lie.
And Dick Goche able to get the ball away.
Oh!
And he tripped over the 40-yard line, and
Ball eventually
thankfully
lands in the hands
one of his
I
players
think it's
were,
Kieran Juma.
looks like Kieran Juma
He's
potentially.
hit immediately by numerous Steelhawks.
Yeah, that turf monster got the returner on that one, and unfortunately it's right when you're going to catch
First
the ball.
and 10,
And
St. Mary's.
very fortunate to have recovered the ball here. Oh, tripped over that 40-yard line there, Coach. It'll get you.
Yeah, every time. So looks like St. Mary's is going to take over the ball here on their own 47-yard line. And we'll see if the prowess of Superior Heights on the defensive line can make a difference here again. Quick hitch pass out to Tucker and, from Tucker to Carter. And
Pass
Carter
intended for Nate Carter.
dropped the
It's
ball,
dropped.
which usually doesn't happen. He was trying
Sets
to
up
make his
second
way
down.
upfield without actually securing the ball and unable to hold on to that one. So
Yeah, no doubt. And Carter hasn't had as much game reps as he's wanted this season, obviously, and trying to get back in a rhythm. Once he does, though, we know what kind of game maker he can be. And
I noticed that Javen's not on the field. Javen Battle. Yeah, they had him out there in the interior. Maybe they got a little rotation going to get him his legs back underneath him. So. Tucker running the ball, able to bounce off a couple of attackers and get himself all the way down to the 42-yard line. So a bit of an improvisation from Tucker, and he got the ball all the way down to the 42-yard line.
20 yards and a first down.
Matty Tucker, I guess, has a reputation as a pocket passer, but he's more than that. He has the ability to scramble and get first downs with his legs, too. You know, if I had to compare his playing style to anybody, he reminds me of a Baker Mayfield type. The type who can sit there and make those quick short to medium passes, take the top off sometimes, but also go take his legs into the game and get you those first downs when he pocket collapses. So nice little veteran move there by the championship level quarterback.
So Tucker with a quick handoff to Dewar. Dewar worms his way through up to the 40-yard line. So
he's brought down.
And we got someone down for Superior Heights, so I think maybe a good time to send it to our sponsors here, Coach.
well, it looks like number 66 for Superior Heights is able to get off the field. Keegan Stanforth, and they can't risk to have him. He's a big part of the defense in the interior there. So looked like a little bit of an ankle injury based on how he was wobbling off the field, but he was able to get over there, and his gait seemed to come back a bit more.
Yeah, and we'll see. I can't quite tell if Javen Battle's back out there yet, too, but if they lost their two interior starting D linemen, we'll see if they can sustain, you know, the defensive pressure they've been able to put up on.
No, Javen's out there. I can see those blue cleats.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
I picked up on those early. So
yeah, he's got the.
Those are fresh. I got to tell you, I'm
he's
a bit of a shoe guy.
They call it drip now, Coach.
Yeah.
At least that's the last time I was up
they
there.
Are.
It might have changed.
I thought the
again
drip was the
since,
clothes. The drip's the shoes too.
Yeah, it's the swag.
It's the whole outfit.
Yeah.
All right. I got to get in the know here.
No, I might be
It
behind.
still looks fresh.
I just got
fresh drip.
Yeah.
Can I go with that? Fresh drip?
I like mixing generations.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
A little fresh drip. Tucker back in the gun. And it's a free 5 yards because he got Superior Heights to jump again into the end zone. So his cadence is definitely playing havoc with that interior line.
Yeah, we're seeing that on both sides so far. Both D lines very aggressive, trying to get a jump on that cadence, and both offense coordinators have picked up on it so far and have been able to get a free 5 yards of each other.
Well, that's how you slow defensive rushers down, by forcing them. Oh, so it was procedure. Oh, somebody on the line must have moved for St. Mary's. So,
well, we take it back. Great job by that D line taking off when the offensive line moves in front of you.
Yep. Call us crazy over here, but I didn't see anybody on the line move. So it looks like we already passed that point. So Superior Heights jumped after they saw the line person move, and that's what they're taught to do. So
we have a new fancy technology up here provided by the boss. We have feed that's coming up on our desk about 30 seconds late, and we're just getting used to actually using the tool properly to help ourselves out here. So we'll figure it out.
So St. Mary's with 2nd and 12. Probably see them go to the air a little bit here, or at least a roll out for Tucker. And nowhere, and wrapped up immediately by Dake Goche.
Tucker with nowhere to run.
No, sorry, my mistake.
That's Colt Yeaman.
By Colt
Taken down
Yeaman.
by Colt Yeaman.
You know what? We've gotten to know quite a few of the
Knights.
players on the Superior Heights team here this year, and they really do have a handful of great players. Colt Yeaman, another one of them that's really coming into his own. You know, I really do like a lot of the players in the Superior Heights team, and they've shown a lot of resilience and toughness this year. And now, when it matters most, they're starting to show their best football, and I really, really am impressed by the showing they've had here today so far.
I'll tell you, credit to the Superior Heights coaching staff, Coach DeSando, and the rest of the boys over there, Smitty and Sliver and Coach.
Freddie Castleman.
Freddie Castleman, they're, you know, they've had the kids prepared for tonight, and it's great to see.
Great punt.
Oh, terrific punt by Carter.
He pins them again. Oh, no.
Schillingsford able to get it out to the 1, so.
And would that be a safety, Coach? Because he
No,
fielded it
he
in
got
play.
out to the 1.
Okay.
He got it back out. He deflected it on his own, so that should be, they take it over there, I do believe. So that doesn't come out any further because he deflected it and picked it up.
Right. He
Correct?
played it in
Basically,
field of
St.
play,
Mary's
got it
bounced
to
after
the
the
end
ball.
zone, so he doesn't get the automatic advancement out.
I believe he does.
Excuse me, that wouldn't have been a
Get out.
safety either way. It would have
Wait
been a
for the
rouge
decision of the
still,
refs.
but still.
The
this
ball is
gonna be a
deflected.
tough
That's
spot.
got to be at the 1. That should not come out where
that
they're
should
going.
not be advanced out. That was fielded in the field of play. No, I don't agree with that call necessarily, but that's all right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I agree with that, but I'm maybe incorrect on my
Unless-
reading of the rule. But he deflected that into the end zone.
Coach, unless they might have given them
So
the
they're
rouge
marking it
here.
at the 20. He did get out of the end
They
zone.
didn't.
No. That's at 1 point.
First
or no,
and
first
10.
down, excuse me. Okay. I'm
Superior
getting
Heights
the
from their own
signals
20.
mixed up here.
Yeah, so I don't know that I thought that if you deflected it in and then you run it out, that doesn't count.
That's my interpretation too, but I'm not.
Unless they didn't think that he touched it, but looks like Max Schillingford here with the run and
Max Schillingford with the carry.
Yeah, you know, I'd like to see what, you know, Coach DeSando and company have planned for that sweep series that they had earlier, to see what kind of variations they can run off of that, because they had success with that earlier. I'd like to see them have to go back to it and see if that's still there, or if they have something that they can run off of that takes advantage of the defensive flow.
yeah, so 3 people in for looks like a change in the offense briefly here for Superior Heights. A little bit of a clear out here for Ty Russian.
Screen pass to Russian. He
I'm
gets
a
to the
fan of
outside.
that.
Gets
It'll be
almost
third
to the
and short
30.
here, it looks like, but getting
29
Ty
yard line
Russian
before being
involved is
brought
important for
down.
this offense. He really is a weapon and a great athlete out there, and the longer he sits dormant sometimes, the more he freezes up when he does get a chance to be involved. He's one of those running backs who loves to get early
Matheson,
touches.
maybe
So
Lucian on that tackle.
if you can get him involved early, get his confidence up, he can start to be a real runaway weapon in this offense.
So I was corrected. We got a better understanding here. A friend just sent me a message, and they have to have control in order to facilitate.
Oh, okay.
So that was the part that we were missing. So
You know,
correct call was made, and now that I know, I'll be ready for the next time. So a little bit of a quick rush here, and I'm not sure that they're getting it.
I don't think they did there, Coach. I think that's turnover on downs.
Big push on both lines.
And referee Bishop shaking his head. He didn't see it. There was about 17 of them in that box there. So
Yeah, and I think that official Edwards is looking to his linesman to see if they have any input.
referee Conant.
Yeah,
and it's
turnover
first
on
down.
downs.
Achieve the first down. It's turnover on downs. 1st and 10, St. Mary's.
So a little bit of a gamble there by Coach DeSando, hoping to get 1 yard, and it didn't happen. So St. Mary's defense standing tall, and going to have first down and some great field position here from Superior Heights 29. So looking to get those goose eggs off the board at St. Mary's. Matty Tucker back in the gun. Pass, he's got Carter deep. And touchdown.
Tucker downfield for Carter. Touchdown.
You knew it was going to be a matter of time before Matty Tucker and Nate Carter linked up in this one. They have a lot of postseason touchdowns together between St. Mary's runs to OFSA finals and the SaberCats run in 2023, I think it was, where they won the OSFL championship. So these two have scored a lot together, and Nate's a premier athlete in this offense. You knew he was going to make an impact eventually, and nice confident throw and calm demeanor by Nate Carter as he brings it in and gets St. Mary's on the board here.
Yeah, you know what? He couldn't have laid it up any better, and he made it easy for Carter to run underneath. So we got Micah Cuglietta here looking to add the point, and 5:55 left to go, and snap is up. The kick is good.
Cuglietta's kick is good.
Grant Matheson practicing the stop, drop, and roll drill.
7-0 St. Mary's.
Yeah, we go back to that special teams correction there from our friend there. I've learned a lot being on this broadcast team about the little nuances of the rules, and I think I've learned more about the officiating in the last couple of weeks than I did in all my time coaching and playing in these leagues. So,
well, I'll tell you, I learned a lot, and I give a lot of credit to Robbie Grev and Jimmy Corelli. When I was a rookie football coach in Sioux Minor, I learned a lot from them as far as the rules go, and they brought me along and taught me a lot about the game. So credit to them. It helped me understand up here, so it made the transition, and after the years of coaching that I had, made things a lot easier.
Yeah, I got to say, I'm appreciative of the officials we have here in town, too. As a young coach in recent years, they just are very patient, give you a real chance to get a rapport built with them and figure out the rules and get your feet wet as a coach and figure things out.
So 7-0 lead. If you're Coach DeSando, and you can get that offense rolling a little bit again like it was in the first quarter. And, I know St. Mary's made a couple of defensive adjustments there, but I think go back to that little series. They had a little bit of momentum. So it kicks off. Dave Goche able to field the ball, run straight up the middle, and over a player or two, gets it all the way out to the 34-yard line. So
decent enough kick picked up by
nice
Goche.
return there, and we'll see at some point too if they have some packages that involve Dave Goche at quarterback again. Maybe get him into more of a Wildcat series might get this offense rolling a bit. We'll see what they have in store, but
I would agree.
Might as well test all the different components of your offense here today, because you might not get another chance next week.
Looks like
1st and 10 from the 34.
Coming out with Wooten still at quarterback, so it looks like that's the game plan for tonight. Little screen pass here, dumped off to 16 perhaps.
Goche gets
Travis
rid of it to
Anu,
Travis
number
Anu.
18.
Pass is complete, but he's
Yeah, it is
tackled by
18.
Noah DeValentin.
Ben Trevisanut and Noah DeValentin ran him down.
Yeah,
For a big guy, Noah runs really well. So.
Well, he's a
Gain of
great
about a yard
athlete. I was
sets
just
up
about to
2nd
say,
and
that's
9.
another play that's called specifically to try to neutralize the aggression of this defensive line. But, on that play, Noah's been around football for quite a bit. He's played a lot of reps. He's been on some good teams. And I think he's a student of the game, too. And on that one, he sniffed out that screen pass and was able to chase it down from behind. Makes it frustrating when you make a call that's designed to neutralize a guy like Noah, and he just makes a real veteran play and comes in and ruins that one on you. A little screen, trying to neutralize that D-line. And there's Ty Russian again.
Ty Russian.
Nice little pass to Russian.
And I'll tell you, that was a great wrap-up by number 3, Liam Ouellette, to make a difference there. So.
By Liam Ouellette.
Yeah, again, I like to see this. If you can't get Ty Russian involved in the running game, then get him involved in some sort of passing game. And here, that's twofold. One, it gets the weapon in the ball in your weapon's hands, and 2, it continually calling these plays to try and take this D-line out of the equation.
So, Superior Heights on their own 52, this side of center.
51-yard line.
Snap back to Wooten. Little pass, read by number 11, Kieran Juma. And then he fumbled the ball. And the ball's down, and it's a scrum, folks. And unfortunately, the
Pass
ball
is
is turned
picked off
over
by
again,
Kieran
and
Juma.
we have the SAULTsports turning point
He
here
gets
in
partway
the
down the
early
field
in
before the ball falls out.
the
Eventually
ball game
picked
here,
up
and
by
this
the
is a
Knights. It'll be
pivotal
first and
point
10
here.
St.
They're going to
Mary's
have
from the 32-yard
first and
line
10 from the 32, the line of scrimmage from the last
of the
play.
Steelhawks.
And wow.
Yeah, you hope the wheels aren't coming off the tracks here for Spear Heights and they can pull it together. They've been impressive so far today. This isn't the end of the game, obviously. We're not saying that this isn't something that they can't come back from, but St. Mary's can score here. You start to get a little bit of a confidence issue going on in a team that hasn't really been able to accomplish it yet.
Yeah, you know what? St. Mary's was running the ball earlier, forcing everybody down into the box, and now they're trying to spread it out a little bit. So wouldn't hesitate to see him in the air again here. A little backwards hitch to Rive. Rive trying to run it up, and a form-fit tackle there by number 8, Will Meta.
Yeah, it's
Gets to
Colt
about the
Yaman,
30
I
before
think,
being
there, and
brought
a
down.
flag on the far corner of the field.
That flag came out from the middle of nowhere.
Ended up landing behind
I
it.
think I see the
I
flag
think
on
that's
the far
official.
side.
It was a
ground
terrible
too.
toss.
Yeah.
I think he needs to definitely take a couple of lessons from referee Chow and get the ball up a little higher there. Is that referee Grev?
Yeah.
It was. That was the worst toss I've ever seen.
We're watching the replay.
So he's
Play.
he ended up picking it up. So
Yeah, we're going to give official Grev a little bit of a hard time about that one.
I
afterwards.
certainly will. Longtime friend of mine, and that was terrible toss. I'm going to have him go to the Donnie Chow School of throwing flags because Don does get some great height on the ball there.
Yeah.
So referee Chow in a different position this evening. We're used to seeing him over here on the sideline. So
Yeah, the backfield of the defense here today.
Tucker back to pass and a pancake block here.
Oh, okay, and that's too much there.
Kent
Tucker
LeBlanc and
scrambles
Javian
again.
Battle.
Gets somewhere close to the 10-yard line.
I don't know about that one. I think Kent LeBlanc got away
Let's
with
call
one
it
there.
15
So
yards.
Yeah, and they
And a first
both
down.
walked away very fortunate because even Battle with the suspension issues he's had this year, he wants to avoid getting in any of those OC battles. But
he got his hands up and he put his hands away
yeah,
there. But
for sure, and he's probably learned a lesson. I think that Kent LeBlanc too. You know, another player in the same vein. Sometimes the play's just going to be aggressive because that's the nature of the game. You can't take it personally and turn it into a street fight.
So there's the 3-minute warning, folks. It'll be first down from the about 12-yard line. St. Mary's looking to punch it in and take a 2-score lead. Little flare out to Dewar. And he ran inside where all the defenders were. So
Pass
not
to
sure
Dewar. He
that
gets
that's
across
quite
the 10
where
before being
the
tackled.
intent was. Had Dewar utilized his speed a little bit here and got outside, I think he might have
Ethan Fisher
been
with
able
the
to get a
tackle
little
for Spear
farther. But
Heights.
nonetheless, he got about 3.5 yards there. I thought he could have got a little bit more.
Yeah,
And it'll be second down and about 7.
Sometimes you want that habit in the running back, though, because I think that the worst of the two is a running back that always falls in love with bouncing.
No, but he turned right into where the 2 other defenders were,
Gotcha,
so there
yeah.
was 3 there now. So
Gotcha.
I think he would have had better choice just by himself out there with the 1 defender. So
I got to get better at using this replay tool we have here, Coach. It's at our disposal. We should use it.
Tucker with a quick throw out to McPherson, and it didn't get
Tucker had
anywhere.
to get rid of it.
And Matty Tucker and
Pass
Barn
intended
for a
for
little bit of
McPherson.
late contact there. That D-line came in with pressure, had O-lineman collapsing, quarterback collapsing. So
Credit to defensive coordinator Goche over there with coming up with this setup. They got really big pressure, and that's, you don't see Tucker get hit too often in the backfield, and they were back there. So
yeah, for sure.
love the tenacity of the Superior Heights defense this evening.
Yeah, and if you can keep this to a field goal again, that's a small little victory here considering the field position he started with. And if you can get a quick touchdown or you just inch away with the score here, this game becomes very manageable still.
Micah Cugletta with the flashy orange cleats tonight. Oh, and he was there.
Kick is up and good.
Wow.
Yeah,
Will Meta was right in there.
I'm not even sure how he didn't block this, Coach. He had 2 hands up in the air and was
let's
right in
look
front.
at the replay here.
It had to have gone through his arms here.
Just looking at the replay in the booth here, folks, and He was there for sure.
Yeah.
Had he extended his arms out, I think he would have had it. He got a little gun shy there and didn't want to take one.
Yeah, I think he thought he was going to take that off the gut there for a second and brought his hands down a bit. But
sometimes you got to sacrifice one for the team.
yeah. 10-0 here with 1:35 left to go in the first half. And, you know, again, I come back to what I said earlier. I think that if you told Coach DeSando coming into this game that they'd be still in it at this point in the game, they'd be quite happy considering, you know, this is the defending championship squad here with St. Mary's. Spear Heights doesn't have quite as much experience and reps on their roster, so
from their own 35.
What a great job, one, coaching this roster here today, and two, the players stepping up and making plays on defense.
Wow, this is the expectation I was hoping for, and they're really putting an effort into this game, and this is a tight contest with 1:33 to go. Oh, he wasn't. Wooten was a little bit. A little high on that one for Max Shillingford, so I don't even know Max was ready for it in that break. So just a little bit of miscommunication here, and that just stems from not a ton of reps for Wooten at quarterback throughout the full year. So maybe he had a lot in the last week, but
yeah, for sure. And he's also not a giant quarterback, so he does have the challenge of seeing over his O-line a little bit more than some others.
Oh, but
that doesn't convince. When you watch his arm, the way he throws that ball, you don't get the sense that he's a small quarterback. He has a whip.
Wooten run up the middle and
run
into the arms of Grant Matheson. So that was the original line of scrimmage. But I got to tell you, if I'm Superior Heights, you have an elite athlete like Dake Gauthier. If you're not going to utilize him, that's a little bit silly. So
yeah, and
maybe they're saving him for the second half and hoping to keep this game close and utilize him there. But with elite talent like his, you got to get him the ball in space and let him try and create and make some opportunities for him. So
yeah, for sure. And even if it's just a couple of packages where you go back and forth just to try and create some diversity and force St. Mary's to make adjustments personnel-wise, you know, make them coach a little bit more than they want to. But at the same time, you're right. Dake Gauthier is just not involved enough. He doesn't have enough touches in his offense right now. You're not saving him for next week now. You're just hoping to be in next week. So I would definitely, whether it's as a receiver or a quarterback in a Wildcat system, I'm trying to get him the ball a little more from Coach DeSando and company.
Timeout. Coach DeSando calls a timeout, so we're going to send this to the inside to the house and take a little break. So we're back after that brief timeout from Coach DeSando. Obviously saw something he didn't like, so made a quick change. And there's still a player short, so I don't know how you call it timeout or not. Whoever's on specials, Coach Sliver, not counting his guys and making sure that they're available. So
I'd almost wonder if that's not Staniforth coming back and being a personnel issue with his injury. I haven't seen him back out there just yet.
Little pooch punt.
Oh, and I think he may have touched that one. He did. He's able to get the corner and still get those yards
Number 11, Kieran Juma, able to turn the corner and There was a flag, so I don't know what the flag was for, but
moments,
referee Grev in on the action.
Picks it up, gets around the corner, gets across midfield before being tackled. We do have a flag on the play.
And fortunate to come away with the ball there for sure. As anytime you have to turn your back to the coverage team and go and recover that ball, you never know what you're turning back around to. So
Looked like a block in the back potentially. If referee Condit would get out of the road so referee Edwards can give us a signal here.
3-down football here. The clock stops after every play at this point.
Well, it's obviously against St. Mary's, so I got to go with the block in the back. So,
yep.
And there it is, block in the rear from referee Edwards.
So the penalties against the Knights, that'll back them up.
Well, minute 07, plenty of time here in the final 3 minutes. 3-down football. Clock stops
10.
after every play. So
yeah, with elite receivers like McPherson and Carter, it's never count them out, that's for sure.
Yeah, and this year we've also seen Cole Revay emerge and Nicholas Carney develop into quite a weapon too. So
another person running late onto the field here. This is uncharacteristic for both of these teams not having the right people in on the plays. So Tucker back to throw. Nate Carter again not coming down with the ball. Those were in his hands, and some great defense set up there. They were right on it.
Yeah, I think maybe in his head he thought he didn't want to wander too much into that safety by tracing the ball upfield, but when you have to go up and turn it into a jump ball like that, you still make yourself susceptible to that safety coming in.
Yeah. Cooper McCauley, Johnny on the spot there for Carter, and even if he did catch it, he was going to pay a price to make that catch. So 2nd down from the 49-yard line. And again, Tucker overthrowing his receiver, just struggling to be spot on. The other night he couldn't miss, and tonight he's overthrowing everybody. So
I don't know if he had nerves and did arm day or something today before the game, but he's sailing that ball here today.
You know, could be just a little extra juice, and you know, playoffs do get everybody riled up with some extra adrenaline, and
for sure. And if you're St. Mary's, you came into this game hoping that, you know, you could work on some stuff and just start looking towards next week. But Spear Heights is forcing your attention to this game. That can frustrate you, too, if you came in thinking that this game wasn't going to be a battle. Not saying that Matty Tucker underestimates his opponent. I definitely know what I'm saying, but you wonder if maybe that's part of it here for St. Mary's today, too.
And a little bit of credit goes to the scheme on the defensive coordinator. So Nate Carter with a punt. Dave Goche able to field the ball cleanly and get pushed out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. So Superior Heights is going to take the ball over around the
short return, but eventually tackle at
somewhere between the 35 and the 40-yard line. And with 43 seconds to go, it's interesting to see what Coach DeSando dials up here on offense.
Yeah, and you know what? Another stop by the Spear Heights defense here today. They've done that quite a few times today, so now it's up to Dake Oche in the offense and Dylan Wooten, if he's still out there under pivot, to try and make something happen here. I might go back to trying to get, you know, the ball into Ty Russian's hands and space out of that backfield.
They got to do something to get the ball to one of their wideouts and see what they can come up with here. But you know who I haven't seen is Drayden Brock. He must be injured. He's number 25 for them, and he's a
yeah, I haven't seen him yet today.
There's an end around here to Dick Goche.
And great escort block there by Travis Sadier. Gets a couple of extra yards for his teammate.
And quick Winga Shawana on the tackle along with Grant Matheson. So Coach able to knock off 5 yards there.
Does eat off about 10 seconds of the clock, and it'll reactivate here in about a sec too. So can end up probably be closer to 20 seconds you eat with that 5 yard.
Yeah, so I don't know if Superior Heights is happy with this being only down 10 and willing to eat up some clock, but there is no sense of urgency whatsoever. So I think they're just trying to make sure that Superior Heights doesn't get, or St. Mary's doesn't get the ball back here. A little flare out that's gone forward to Ben Trevisanute. It was incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Defended by DeValentin. falls incomplete.
Yeah, and if I'm St. Mary's here, I'm watching last couple of plays here. I'm watching for a trick play here. This is Sliver special. A moment where he might be able to get a turnover down the field, but he's going to make you probably give him the yards he wants here at the very minimum. Whether it be a throw on a trick play or a roll to see if there's some space there, we're not sure. But I don't trust Coach Sliver in this moment if I'm on St. Mary's sideline.
No, that's for sure. And Dake Oje back in the punting spot. So
3rd and 5. Reve back for the Knights.
looks like Superior Heights is another person short again. Like, what is going on? Another timeout here.
Timeout for Superior Heights.
Superior Heights.
Get the house in order.
How do you not have your players ready? This is playoffs, man.
11.5 seconds remaining in the half. Reminder the concessions are open.
Mind you can't carry the forward to the timeout to the next thing, but man, you'd hate to use it and then something go wrong where you need to have it.
Yeah, for sure. But in this case, it looks like it is Coach DeSando coming up to coach these guys on the field. So I'm not sure we're going to see anything quite so tricky here. I'm not even actually sure if Coach Sliver's here today. It looks like Gabe Barkley coming out to talk to the special teams. So,
well, it's possible. Not like him to miss this, but you know, work sometimes gets in the road, and sometimes personal things pop up that you have to take care of. So,
now with that being said, doesn't mean that there isn't some Sliverisms in there somewhere.
Oh, they're in there. Trust me, they're in there.
Somebody on that staff knows where to pull the trigger.
So Superior Heights getting ready to set up here for this punt. We'll see if he can get a nice clean snap here. He does. He's able to punt the ball. Gets off a good one. Cole Rive able to grab the ball, and a great downfield tackle there by number 6, Will Meta.
Another player is having a great game here today, Will Meta. Not sure if it's his last game or not. He certainly has the ability to return next year if he chooses to, but as we mentioned earlier, he has given a commitment to Sioux College, so he might not be fully committed to his decision just yet, but he's made it pretty public that that's where he's thinking.
Typically when they're ready to go, they're ready to go. So,
for sure.
You know, if you got a career path chosen and Sioux College is the place, so we're going to get a great education and get some football in while you could do the same thing, then so what does St. Mary's choose to do here? Are they trying to air one out, or
yeah, I think that might be changing course here.
Another timeout.
I think maybe there's a chance Caruso had something dialed up and Coach Monaco decided he didn't like what the decision was. So, yeah, you know, I think that if you're Superior Heights 10-0, even going into halftime, it's a pretty good spot to be in considering where it could have been, considering the last time you met these two teams. And, you know, it's been pretty impressive from the defensive side for them. Obviously, they're trying to figure some stuff out on offense. They had some different packages and plays that they brought out early on, but we'll see if they have anything else dialed up for the second half or some adjustments they can make. And as far as St. Mary's, you know, veteran team, a lot of these players have been summer champions, NASA champions last year, so I'm sure if St. Mary's is able to get this over the finish line, you're going to start to see some of those vets be the ones that carry it over.
Yeah, but like we said, full credit to Superior Heights here for this gritty effort and not giving up any yards on defense other than that long play to Carter. Like they've been in every play, and you know, it's a testament to the coaching staff and the players. So with 3.5 seconds left to go, we're gonna have Tucker back in the gun. Wouldn't be surprised to see him just hand it off here and they want to get out of this cleanly. A little backwards pass to McPherson and trying to Oh, Dake coach is going to want to have that one back. And that's the halftime, folks. We'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Tries a little shenanigans at
All right, folk, welcome back to Superior Heights football field in John Wayne Fott Fieldhouse. We're about to start the third quarter. St. Mary's will be kicking off to Superior Heights. And JB, it's been a close game.
Yeah, I'm impressed by Superior Heights so far. Defensive strategy that they came out with has really done a good job. St. Mary's still an elite team, able to get 10 points up on the board, but we'll see what happens here in the second half.
And a little chip shot here, and looks like
Short kick is picked up almost immediately.
I think Ben Trevisan was one of the players over there, or
41 yard,
either that or it was Colt Yeaman.
Steelhawks.
But the ball was short kicked, and Superior Heights is going to start off with some great field advantage to start this third quarter.
Yeah, and in a close game like this, winner goes on, loser goes home. You know, coaching staffs are going to have to make some legitimate adjustments now. It's not just about tweaking stuff. You're trying to win a game now, so we'll see which coaching staff comes out on top.
Yeah, you know what? They got to make sure they're utilizing Dig Goche here and see if they can get back on fast and make this.
Look at this bunch formation here.
Are they short another player again?
No, they look okay to me. And Noah DeValentin
having nothing of
it. Goche, he's hit by DeValentin.
He might very well be the top prospect in the city. I know we talk about Nathan Gazzetti all the time, how explosive and how unstoppable he seems to be as an offensive weapon. But if you're watching this from out of town and you're wondering who in Sault Ste. Marie you should be spending a little more time watching, Noah DeValentin is a huge, huge weapon at line, offense and defensively. Great left tackle, and you just saw him blow up one of the best players in this loop with ease on a pitch out.
Yeah, he was in the backfield, and that was about a 6-yard loss.
6 yards.
So second, not the way Coach DeSando, man, had it that drawn up, but look, there was too much decision making going on in that backfield when they were getting set up to run the play. So.
Yeah, and also sometimes just elite players make plays, Coach. It's hard to block a guy when he has a lot of tools in the toolbox, right?
100%, but you can't have that indecisiveness in the backfield when you're trying to set up a play. So
for sure. Another big defensive lineman play there.
Grant Matheson right into the backfield, and Wooten trying to throw it over top of him. So
looks like Grant Matheson.
Definitely not the way Coach DeSando probably had that drawn up in his head, but going to be forced to punt here with, I don't know, 10 minutes and 28 seconds left to go here.
Yeah, and you really hope that the players buy into the bend but don't break mentality here, because, you know, St. Mary's just itching to try and break this one open and feel a little more comfortable with their spot in the final. Get a little close to securing it, so the longer you hold St. Mary's off from feeling comfortable, though, too, you know, they start to make mistakes and maybe start to get frustrated amongst themselves. So it's all about staying strong here if you're Superior Heights.
So a bad snap here to Goche. He was able to get it away regardless. And no yards penalty, which I was a bit surprised wasn't called. But
hey, you know what I like about that, though, from Mr. Chow?
Gave
Meta a chance to get out of that space. And even if he was close to maybe not being out of it, he was making an effort to not make the play. So
yeah,
I like that.
Have a look here on the. Once he's seen.
Yeah, maybe I was watching Will Meta a little too much, though. I didn't see Colt Yeaman come firing in.
Well, I'm sure the other official that does that position probably would have caught that tonight. So referee Chow might have missed that one, but we'll chalk it up to inexperience. And Matty Tucker elected to keep it here, and he only got about 2 yards. So.
Yeah, and Will stepping up, making a big stop there again, and all of a sudden it's second and long here. St. Mary's, like I said, the longer that they feel like the Superior Heights are in this game, maybe the more the pressure starts to ramp up a little bit more on this roster and this coaching staff.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe you're trying to throw the ball a little bit harder. You're trying to run the ball a little bit harder. You maybe get a little slop here. But Superior Heights, you know, just needs a break on a turnover here, and they could be right back in this game, making it a 1-score. So Tucker back, running and doing what he does best, scrambling away,
Tucker
and able to get another first down.
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes you just can't match championship experience and composure and high rep counts like Matty Tucker's had. And He has a future at Sioux College, and who knows where to go. He'll go beyond that too.
Hankinson with the tackle.
It's really frustrating when you're a front seven and you can get a little bit of pressure and force the quarterback to leave the pocket, but then uses his feet to get a first down.
And he's definitely faster than his father was, so
yes, I can.
By light years.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you on that one.
The big Viking standing over there with his arms crossed on the sideline for St. Mary's.
And he won't disagree with us either.
Nope, he will not. Talent must come from his mom's side of the family.
Although he'll probably say something along the lines of, well, you know, when I was at Carleton, though. Yeah.
Tucker rolling out to his left. Being tackled there by Will Meta.
Tucker rolls out to his left.
Wow.
And a nice ankle swipe there. And
Will Meta.
Oh, listen, if this is Will Meta's last high school game, he's not going down without a fight. What a performance he has been putting on here on defense here today. He is just all over the place.
2nd and 14
able to get Tucker for a 4-yard loss. So
tracking that one down from behind, too. Like, we're not kidding. Matty Tucker does have some wheels for a quarterback, and Will Meta chased him down. Smell French fries. Do you think Chris Carr's bag is rejuvenating itself?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
Somebody got French fries, though. Tucker back. Rolling out. Throwing a bomb.
Tucker scrambles.
Jack McPherson kind of overran it, unfortunately, and
unloads a nice little
St.
pass
Mary's
to Jack
forced to punt
McPherson,
again.
But it falls incomplete.
Yeah.
And in the event that I'm talking to about Jack McPherson, shout out to his Uncle Muzzy, probably watching the game from London with the girls. Uncle Muzz, hello, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I think maybe what Jack was thinking there is he has two defenders closing in. He just wanted to make sure that he was the one who could high point the ball and not let anyone undercut it. Tried to come back to it and jump up, but just wasn't able to time it up quite right. But fortunately, neither were the defenders.
So, Nate Carter back, hoping to get off another great punt. And
some window dressing here on this special teams play. And my goodness, is he ever punting the ball great today.
Dake Gochi on the catch, and Liam Ouellette trying to bring him down. He escaped that one, but
Carter,
nothing
nice
have it there on number 22 for St. Mary's. Will Iadin's able to wrap him up and bring him down.
It'll be 1st and 10, Superior Heights.
Well, and here we are right back in the same spot we've been for quite a bit here today, Coach. 10-0, Spirits gets the ball. In like one big play kind of makes this game as interesting as one as we've seen this year. So,
yeah, we're just looking for the SAULT turning point here. And, you know, just while we got this quick break while they're changing things up, shout out to our sponsors today, Northern Sports Excellence, True House Sports Radio, Gen 7 in the rink, and Cobb's Bread, Churchill Plaza, JB beside me with Reliance Home Comfort, Algoma District School Board, Superior Heights Catholic School Board, Algoma Thunderbird Athletics, Elite 8 Basketball Academy, and Liberty Tax in Sault Ste. Marie. So from the gun, looks like Dake Goche back there. So with a quick run, able to shed a tackler or two and run over another one and flip himself over to the 35-yard line. So first down.
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime.
With the tackle.
And Coach, if I'm Spirit Heights and nothing's working on offense, I don't care if I have to give Dake 30 touches in the second half. He is the most explosive player you have. And if you have any chance of winning this game today, you got to make sure that he's involved. There's no point in saving him anymore. What are you saving him for if it's not for this game, right?
Yeah, you know what? You can use Dylan Wooten out here, another athlete. So, you know, maybe throw a shenanigan to him later on when it's when you got your offense running. But Dake powers his way to a first down, and he's got the ball in his hand again, but run down from behind by Grant Matheson.
Takes Goche down from behind, short loss.
Yeah, and there's no real way to account for a couple of athletes like Matheson and Dev Allenton on that front line. And you also have guys like Wakeshak Shawana and, you know, a couple of other players like number 96 down there, Joshua LaPera. So some big athletic D linemen. You know, I see number 37 rotating in there too, Mateo Rodriguez Larondo. So a lot of big dudes who can get down and chase down plays from behind from any angle.
So with that said, Dylan Wooten back into quarterback control, and Dake Goche out on a wide out here. Little quick pass and dropped. Lack of concentration there. It hit him right in the hands. I knew he had been down a little bit for it, but those are the ones they really need to come up with and forcing the punt team back onto the field. So.
Yeah, and Wooten looked left at first, didn't have much, turned around, saw a Russian there leak it out, was able to get it to him in relatively quick time, but even if Russian did catch that, the defense was closing in on pretty quickly there for a third down. You know, it's a tough task for Superior Heights. They're standing in with a very good team. You know, St. Mary's might look at this season and go, you know, the regular season didn't go the way they wanted to. A 4-2 record after, you know, having a championship last year, but people forget this team came into the season ranked 11th in the province as a program. This is a legitimate football team that has a shot at an officer run too. They're trying to get to their rubber match with Cora this year.
And the punt is blocked. St. Mary's able to get in there. Look like Tyler Cady and Kieran Juma busting through the line and able to block the punt. So definite, not a great turn of events there for Superior Heights. And
I believe that was Liam Millette who picked it up.
You know, we talked a lot about Superior Heights and what they've been trying to do on offense and things that they could improve on. You know, let's not be afraid to go back to St. Mary's now. Let's talk about their offense really not being what they normally are either here today. And, you know, try to get your weapons the ball in space. Try to get Nate Carter involved with quick passes. Try to get Jack McPherson involved on a crosser of some sort. Just quick little chunk plays and let your athletes go do the rest for you.
Yeah, it's, you know, if St. Mary's wants to take control of this and get their ticket to the final, they need to get some more points on the board here because Superior Heights isn't going away, and that's for sure. Cole Rive, and there's the points on the board. Just
touchdown!
I didn't quite expect it on the next play, but Cole Rive just walked in behind everybody, and Tucker was able to just drop a dime into him, and he moonwalked his way into the end zone there. So
yeah, we talked about it. There was a bit of a void in this offense here for St. Mary's this year. They had Nate Carter missing for a lot of games, Jack McPherson battling some health issues when it comes to injuries. And Cole Rive was there all year stepping up. He's been an offensive force for them. Still just in grade 11, so we're going to see him for another year at least. But he's been dynamic this year. I'm not going to be shy to say that might even be his 8th touchdown of the season for St. Mary's. He's just been an absolute dynamite force, and St. Mary's very fortunate he was there to step in when they were missing guys this year.
100%. Micah Cuglietta on for the extra point with the flashy orange shoes. And referees were blowing the whistle dead here. They're asking something here. I don't know what Coach DeSando is trying to get clarification on, but did they take the wrong ball off the field, or? Well, we're not sure, folks, why the play was blown dead, but we're all set.
I'm going to blame Chris Carr.
Well, I would. He's pretty selfish that way.
All that pizza. Yeah.
The pizza, Chocolate Bar King, Chris Carr, superstar. And the kick is good. Tucker able to hold it and spot it.
Kick is up and good.
So we got a commanding lead here for the St. Mary's Knights with 4:35 to go in the third quarter, but by no means are the Superior Heights Steelhawks out of this game. Lots of opportunity for them to get ready.
Yeah, not in 3-down football, you're not out of it yet. The game can shift very fast. Special teams slow the game down and prevent the clock from being eaten up the way it would be in 4-down football. So, you know, there's still hope here. And again, I come back to it. Just, you know, there's nothing to save for anymore. Get Dake Gauthier involved. Let him be the bell cow. See what he can get for you here today, because your defense has been giving you a chance. You just got to start getting some stuff on offense rolling.
Yeah, you know what? We've seen Max earlier in the year. Max Shillingford house one, so you know, maybe one of the other players can step up here and get rolling. But they have enough players on? No. Looks like Dake Gauthier was counting them out. So
that's another element of Dake that doesn't get talked about enough, I don't think. It's an extension of your coaching staff on the field. He's good at directing his teammates. Little nuances and details he's good at adjusting and making sure that they're as designed. Coaching against him, you really see his professionalism as a leader when you hear him on the sideline. He's directing traffic and getting everyone ready.
Yeah, definite field general for sure. So St. Mary's trying to some shenanigans here. I'm not sure what they're waiting for.
I think that they're unaware that the refs blew it in.
Little chip shot here. Wilmetta secures the ball and gets tackled there at the 40-yard line, and was
he's brought down around the 40.
Yeah, we
Karen
mentioned
Juma in on the tackle. So
sorry, Coach, didn't mean to cut you off there. Mentioned it earlier. Superior Heights Steelhawks seniors that potentially aren't coming back this year. If you want to get ready to pronounce that last one there for me, Coach, I'll get the rest of them. You know, Dakin and Goche, obviously we've talked a lot about here today. Nathan Adams, Colt Yeaman, Ty Russian, Javen Battle, Javen Giosa, Maximo Eshkabach, Cam Herndon, and Divine.
I just had a ghost of mine.
It's Goshamine? Yeah, it could be. That's a good one. I mean, I think that's as close as we've gotten so far. So
I know there's probably a silent letter in there, but usually I'm pretty good at enunciating names. I just haven't heard that one enough. So Dylan Wooten rolling out. Looks like everybody's covered there, but he was able to get the ball off, and looks like going to be regress anyways because it's going to be short. So that looked like the ball was tossed out to Max Shillingford. Nowhere to go.
Short gain.
Short gain of 2. So it'll be 2nd and 8 with 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Dylan Wooten back at quarterback. Dave Goche in the slot. And he tried to force that ball into Dake Goche, and
passes picked off by number 31.
Number 31 for St. Mary's.
Spadafora.
Marcus Spadafora able to secure that ball, and it was an ill-advised throw. I know what he was trying to do, and
yeah,
just he was covered. So.
I think what happened there was Spadafora was playing the flats and got lost in that traffic. I don't think Wooten saw all the traffic that was there, and he just trusted that Dake Goche was somewhere there in that outlet zone and tossed it up, and unfortunately Spadafora was ready for it and was able to pick it off, and now St. Mary's at risk of blowing this one wide open here.
So St. Mary's with the ball on the 37-yard line of Superior Heights, looking to add on to its lead. Little pitch out here to McPherson. Runs through a tackler. Some blocking going on. And runs out of bounds right around the 26-yard line.
Well, Coach, I love this play design here because what you see as an offensive coordinator is, I'm assuming Coach Caruso sees the linebackers have been overflowing. So what he does is he knows they're following the pull guards. He has a couple of false pull guards to make it look like a counter, and then has his weapon there, and Jack McPherson just sitting as all the linebackers are tilted the wrong direction. I really, really love that false pull guard premise and the false pull tackle. Yeah,
they had the entire defense shifting the other way, and they were able to capitalize it on. So,
and that's just good film study, realizing that, you know, of all the things the linebackers on this Superior Heights squad are really good at doing, it's following the pull men, following the traffic of the offensive line to the play. But Superior Heights just being a little bit more crafty, finding a way to manipulate the eyes that way.
Mary's, that'll back
so we got some parts during that play. There was an unnecessary roughness against St. Mary's, so that's going to back them back up to after the first down. So it'll make it first down from the 41-yard line. So somebody get a little carried away, most likely. Tucker back, sees his receiver, number 22, Braden number 22, Way Idens. First down.
I really like that play by Matty Tucker, and I'll tell you why. He escapes the pocket. We've seen him do that a lot of times today, but that time he kept his eyes downfield and saw his man wide open. And instead of trying to go and get the first down himself, pulled up and threw to a wide open man. Ends up with a much bigger play by helping his teammate get involved.
So it looks like they got the ball down there inside the 20-yard line, and Superior Heights defense is really got to come up big here. They don't want to go down almost 4 scores going into the fourth quarter. So Tucker with the handoff to Dewar. Giving him the old shoulder shake and getting down almost to the first down. It's going to be awful close.
Dewar with a nice little run.
Yeah, and it's still close enough here where if I'm St. Mary's, I'm trying to keep the ball on the ground as often as possible, keep this clock rolling, you know, really force the clock to eat itself up and
First down, St.
take away
Mary's.
as many chances as you can from Superior Heights by limiting their opportunities.
So first, looks like they did get the first down. The spot was good. We're on the 8-yard line. Tucker with a fake pass to Dewar and trying to get himself into the end zone and
Tucker keeps
met
it,
with a
gets
host
close to the
of
5-yard line before
Superior Height
being brought down.
defenders. And it looks like we got an injury timeout here for Superior Heights.
From
Injury timeout.
St. Mary's as well, or the returning players, I guess they're called these days. Noah DeValentin, Braden Lutzy, Matty Tucker, Kieran Juma, Blair Boudreau, Mateo Rodriguez, Jack McPherson, Grant Mathewson, Jarrett Dewar, Darian Pucci, Nate Carter, and Mateo Torrenson. We still having a timeout here too, so there's some grade 12s as well on both sides we'll mention just in case they decide to make this their last game here today. Got Leah Moulette, Oliver Brown from St. Mary's, as well as Nicholas Carney, Cody Lushinsky, Mateo Piscuzzi, AJ Romano, Will Lodens, Mateo Palumbo, Wigash Shawano, Kent LeBlanc, and for Superior Heights over on the grade 12 side, potentially still returning these guys, but you got Will Meta, Max Shillingford, Grayson Monero, Ethan Fisher, Seth Bishop, Carter Niebel, Will Sayers, Wyatt Erb, Keegan Staniforth, Carter Girardi, Kevin Jones, Jacob Nielsen, and Ethan Smolinski.
So second down and about 7 yards, 6 or 7
Second and
yards.
goal for the Knights.
Second and goal. Handoff to big Grant Matheson, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and
Touchdown,
in for the
St. Mary's.
touchdown.
Grant Mathewson runs it in.
I know his family's here. They're very dedicated to watching him play, and that's going to make the whole Matheson family happy, seeing him get in the end zone. And, you know, this is his last year on the team, too. Or, is this his last year? I think so, eh? Grant?
I was under the impression.
Yes, yeah, he's going to St. Mary's or Sioux College as well. So, nice little postseason touchdown for the big man, getting involved in the run game here today.
So just want to thank everybody also for watching our coverage of Sault Ste. Marie High School football. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe. And you look for more help, check out Saultsports TV. So Micah Cuglietta on to add the extra point and try and make this a 24-0 score. So still 3 scores.
Good,
If you do the
stick
math.
is up and good.
But, wow, St. Mary's is starting to pull away here. They need a stopgap fix here quite promptly from the Superior Heights team if they want any opportunity to see if they can get into next week. But
Yeah, and
it's starting to look more and more like we're going to have a repeat of last year's final
and the year before that.
and the year before that. And the defending champions will be looking to hold on to their title against the 6-0 Cora Colts.
Yeah, and Corey getting their semifinal victory out of the way against White Pines last night. Ranked number 6 coming into the semifinals in the province, so I'm sure both of these programs will be ranked by the time they meet each other next week, and just makes for a great matchup. These teams know each other so well, and you know, if you talk to the St. Mary's staff, that after they lost that first game, again, it puts you in a kind of a handcuffed position. Do you try something new the second time around and try to catch Corey off guard and split the regular season series, or do you save your best stuff for the playoffs and wait for that rubber match, right? And I think that's what the St. Mary's staff is elected to do. I know that they have a lot of talented coaches over there, certainly have experienced and talented players. So if they can finish the job here today, it should make for a great final here in Sault Ste. Marie.
For Superior Heights.
Referee Edwards blowing the play in, ready to go. Micah Cuglietta with the little chip shot, it looks like again, to the other side of the field.
My goodness, some collisions there.
Staring them down. You got to watch. You're going to get a penalty for that.
And it looks like everyone got up okay, and thank goodness. Good, tough football play there.
Yeah, you know what? Just walk away. You can get yourself
Looks
in
like
some
they're
trouble
marking it at
there.
the
And
45.
make it a,
No return
not
on
being
the
able to
play,
play
first
next
and
week
10.
would be kind of foolish just because you want to have a say about something. So.
Yeah, for sure, and especially if you're on the St. Mary's sideline here too, or you're one of the players. The Superior Heights team has given you their all here today, and when you're battling with the team, it does go a long way to show them some respect. And you have to give kudos to the Superior Heights team here today. They came in with intent to do some damage and to surprise some people, and for the most part, it worked for a lot of the day. But I think attrition and just depth is starting to wear on them here.
Yeah, they were onto a few things there, and they were making things really difficult, and had St. Mary's really thinking about what was going on. But got a crowded backfield. Just a little flare out here. I think that's the Dake Goche. Not sure why the referee had his hand up the whole time there.
But the tackle, but eventually, entire St. Mary's defense stops the play.
Flag coming out late
flag
for some
comes out.
extracurriculars. That was from official Edwards in the backfield, so I'm assuming it was some words said.
Yeah, and he's pointing at Superior Heights there, so somebody must have said something. And Steve's a pretty liberal guy, and
yeah, he's pretty patient. He'll let quite a bit go. So when he throws that flag, somebody crossed the line.
Yeah,
that's objectionable conduct against Superior Heights. We do have an injury timeout. That'll back Superior back up to the 40.
Quick step out to our sponsors and the internal controls. So time ticking down here, folks, with the third quarter coming close to an end. 25 seconds to go. And it's Dake Goche here at 2nd and 14. On a go route here. Covered up pretty well. He was trying to hit Dylan Wooten on a wide pass here, but
incomplete downfield.
Drayden Brock's got to be hurt
Sets
because
up
he was
3rd and
somebody
15.
that they had in their offense that was able to run right up the middle, and I haven't seen him at all tonight. So
yeah, I wonder if that's not the case too. And he's even involved on defense quite a bit for them as well. So if he's not in there, I assume that it's either something keeping him away personal or injury
Flag comes out.
Referee Condit with the flag here, so I imagine it's another objectionable conduct. Just don't know who it's against.
I'm not sure.
And they're marching it. Rough play, objectionable conduct. I'm not sure. He was giving me the signals too fast there. I'm going to have a look here on the playback screen that I keep forgetting to use. So
we'll get there, Coach. By the time NOS is over, we'll be using this tool.
Oh yeah, we'll be Wiley veterans.
Roughness against St. Mary's. There'll be a 10-yard penalty. They'll repeat 3rd down.
Yeah, and I think Dake just urging his teammates to stay composed and stay out of the stuff that'll get you washed out with penalties.
Yeah, so it's 10 yards up.
There's some confusion here, and I'm just really not sure what's about.
Whether they moved the ball up already, so.
Well, they're gonna use
Timeout. So we're going to go back to the sponsors here with 10 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Timeout called by Spear.
So after much decision here, Coach DeSando electing to send out his punt team with 5 to go. But this is, St. Mary's are all crowding the line there. So if they're going, they're really worried about whether Dake's just going to blast off. So Max Shillingford.
Oh, they were so close. Oh, he's still
fighting
through.
his way.
Oh, I think he was just short though.
They try
Going
to
to
get
come
to
out about a
Shillingford.
yard short. And
Nate Carter.
a little bit of showing
They
off
do not
here.
achieve the first down. First and 10. St.
Stick to
Mary's.
what you know.
Yeah, and you want to be careful too. You don't want to be starting to rack up OCs here if you don't need them. And
You got to be super careful if you want to be playing next week. Leave the theatrics to the theater group and just get out and play football.
yeah,
Never been a big fan my whole career of coaching of that stuff. So
and I know he has flair, and he's that type of player, and he's confident and all that stuff too. And it's hard to tell kids not to when you see it happening on college game day. And
yeah, but when you're
all
in
that
college,
stuff, too.
do it in college.
Yeah. So
When you get to that far, you can do it.
yeah, you hope that they just understand that line, especially with Nate too. With a couple of warnings he's had this year, it's just not worth it to miss your final city championship or your NASA final.
So we're flipping the dish here, folks, and it's not a big flip. It's from one side of center to the other side of center. So it'll be first down for the St. Mary's Knights on the Superior Heights 53-yard line. And we're going to start up 24-0 here in the fourth quarter. So I think Superior Heights just got a gang tackle and try and strip the ball. They need the ball back in a hurry here. He hit Cole Rive right in the hands, and I'm not sure if the defender was able to whack that out of there, but
yeah, look,
Tucker trying to get it to
it's number
Cole
49 on that play, who with the big
Ball's
hit to
incomplete. We have
dislodge
an
it.
injury timeout.
so we're going to send this back to the booth again. We got an injury timeout. Wingash Shawanga out with down on a knee. Looks like potentially just a little bit of a calf cramp, and that's coming from not hydrating enough and stretching yourself up. So St. Mary's 2nd and 10 from the 53. Tucker back from the gun.
See Hunter Jackson there in the backfield now.
Audibling out of the play call. And he got Nate Carter on a fantastic over-the-shoulder
Tucker,
catch there. He was
downfield
looking for
Carter.
it on the inside shoulder, and he had to reach over his head, and terrific
Well, a
catch
30-yard
there.
passing
Yeah,
play. Good
not a lot of
number, first
receivers
down.
in the Sault Ste. Marie loop make that catch look as easy as that one. And watch it on the replay here from our end. Beautiful, confident pass there by Matty Tucker, throwing it back shoulder. Only his guy can get it away from the safety. And Nate Carter making one of the many catches that he's become known for here in the Sault Ste. Marie Loop.
And that time, walked away, got the ball, good to go.
Yep.
That's what you want to see. At least that's what I want to see.
I want to see Nate Carter playing football. And whatever keeps him on the field and out of trouble is what I'm interested in.
Oh, got a flag here. Somebody was either offside or passes to Jack McPherson in the end zone, and so but underthrown, and McPherson wasn't able to reel it in. So referee Bishop tossing a flag over here. We'll get the call from referee Edwards. And it looks like the play is on, the foul was on St. Mary's, so the ball's going to get backed up. Procedure call. 5-yard variety.
Procedure against the Knights, that'll back them up.
St. Mary's still going downfield with their passing game here. Maybe trying to get a couple of their seniors to score here late. Not sure necessarily, but, you know, 3-4 score game now here with 11 minutes left to go. Not sure there's too much of a threat of a comeback here if you can just run the ball and eat this clock down.
Quick hitter out here to Jack McPherson. Some blocking on the outside.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
He hurdled Dake Goche. What a terrific play.
You know what, the good thing about it is Dake Goche of all people is going to be able to handle that just fine at the end of the game. But he looks disappointed in himself for letting himself get caught on that one. You know, that's a teammate of his in the summertime, Jack. They play on Sabercats together, and yeah.
You don't see that from Dake very often, but I'll tell you, McPherson took a real challenge there, and he hurdled them. But if he would have caught a helmet, that would have been a hard hit down below for sure. So
that's not the guy that I want to misjudge when I'm trying to hurdle over, because he's going to go through you full speed.
I just looked in the replay. Nate Carter doing the. We'll get him some Terrell Owens pom poms and.
Yeah, I had cheering him on.
First and goal, St. Mary's.
First and goal from the 6-yard line. Quick roll out. And a screen pass to. Sorry, not a screen pass. A quick hitter up the seam for Jared Dewar. Definitely the great play call there, and ran right up the seam and able to bring it in. So, wow. And there's a holding call. We missed it. So that one's going to come back. Back 10 from the spot. So it's going to be second and 16. Or sorry, first down over repeated. So 16.
That's okay. I'll take the free touchdown advertisement there on the pod or the stream. That's okay.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And for all your needs, reach out to JB here beside me in the booth. He'll take care of you. He took care of me and my family, and did a great job. And professionals over there at Reliance Home Care. So, what does Caruso dial up here for
So with
this
the
next
penalty,
play?
the touchdown is negated. First and goal from the 16-yard line for the Knights.
So big Grant Matheson running off the field. So this is guaranteed to be a pass play. A little scramble-itis here by Tucker. And he runs out of field
Tucker
at the
takes it himself.
9-yard line. So
Gets inside the 10.
made up about 7 yards. It'll still be
That'll be second down.
second down and 4. Or 3, sorry.
And I'd be curious to see when that threshold moment comes where Coach Monaco starts to rest some of his more critical players for next week and maybe preserve some guys from being out there for unnecessary reps, because it seems like we're getting close to that territory now. Here.
Yeah, I would say potentially right after this score. If they get up this next score, it's time, and he'd be crazy not to try and rest some of these guys and prevent injuries. As much as they all want to be out there. He's got McPherson out in the flat.
Pass intended for McPherson falls incomplete.
Overthrew him, so.
Potentially see the special teams out here to try and make it a 27-point lead.
Yeah, and he is. He sent a Micah Cuglietta out there. His dad the well-known Cougar, hair stylist extraordinaire, up in the right by Good Life there.
Coach Monaco out there reminding his guys to cover. For those who aren't familiar with the Canadian rules, even if the field goal here misses, but it either goes out the end of the end zone or a receiver is unable to take it out of the end zone after the miss, it would still be a rouge for 1 point. So, St. Mary's trying to go for the 3-point field goal instead, though, and they're going to go for a trick play, and
this is going nowhere, folks.
Stopped. Turnover on downs for Superior Heights.
A little bit of a fake to Cucuana. Superior Heights has
the extra point does not happen, and I don't see any flags down on the play, so looks like the extra point.
Basically tackled for loss. It'll be first down, Superior Heights.
Sorry, it wasn't an extra point. It was a field goal, so my mistake.
Yep. All good, Coach. A
little bit long here in the day for me, old.
We've been at it for about 6 hours here now, so
plus our full-time jobs. So
yeah, you know what? If you had a chocolate bar at halftime,
well, if Chris Carr took care of me and gave me, you know, even a little bite, might have been all right up here. But choosing to be selfish again. So
what's worse, he taunts us about it too.
Yeah, rubbing it in. So from the 17-yard line, Superior Heights first down with 8:45 to go on the clock. Sure taking a long time to get this snap off. Dave Goche back at the quarterback helm with a straight run right up the middle and into the waiting hands of several of the defenders, namely Grant Matheson and Winga Shawanga.
Yeah, and I mean,
Matheson,
I've said it earlier, and at this point I feel like a broken record, but you know, there's two ways that you can go as a coach here now. Just try to let Dave Goche do as much as he can with as many reps as you can get for the rest of the game, and let your star player try to take over a little bit, or you can try to get, you know, some seniors some touches and maybe some big plays for them at the end of their careers here.
I'm just surprised that they haven't been able to get the ball to Max Shillingford or Ty Russian or one of these guys here in the second half and throw them the ball and let them try and do something, but just hasn't been working out. He's had a lot of time, so. Dave Goche rolling out, keeping it and trucking Kieran Juma there, but I don't know what the press box commentator Bombako said it was a good hard tackle, but looked like Juma was on the receiving end of that hit. So.
Well, I think he might have been talking about Grant Matheson here. It finishes this play if you watch with me here on the replay here. Grant Matheson tracking it upfield the entire time and finishes this one strong as he usually does.
But you can see that
David and laid a hit too, yeah.
So.
You know what? I love that, though. You've seen a lot of players who show a lot of toughness and grit and aggression this year in this high school loop, and it's a great brand of football up here, and anyone who's going to have to face this champion of the Sault Ste. Marie Loop's going to have quite the challenge on their hands this year. Oh, that was close.
And Dave Goche was able to somehow get that away.
Oh, my goodness, and this is going to go! It's Will Meta!
Will Meta on the coverage.
Number 6.
Houses it, and Superior Heights with some life on the board.
Picks it up around
that's frustrating if you're the returner on that one.
Takes it to the house for 6
Special
points.
teams are a big component of Canadian football for sure, and on this one, Will Meta picks this one up and takes it all the way the rest of the way.
Cole Rive hit himself on the head there, and his players reassuring him, like, come on, we got this. Don't worry about it. You're going to make these errors occasionally, but, you know, credit to Nate Carter there. I really appreciate that part of the going and talking to his player and, you know, lifting his spirits a little bit. So classy move on Nate's part.
Yeah, and he needs that too because he's a key grade 11 for this group. He needs to have his confidence there going into next week too and into the seasons to come. So
I'm not sure what Coach DeSando's doing here with kicking the extra point. You're 3 scores in. You should be going for 2 here because this score does not, one single point does not help you. You need to be going for 2 to try and make this a 24-8 in a 2-score game. Now you're going back up to 3 scores, so this just doesn't make sense.
Extra point.
And it's a bad snap, and nobody's there to help him. And
Watch
the
snap.
bad snap that eluded them the
Chase
last
Chisholm
game
just tries to get it
happened again.
downfield.
And
Fastball's incomplete.
unfortunately,
Remains 24-6.
Chase Sarasolo was on the rundown from about 6 St. Mary's players there and not able to make it.
Yeah, so a little bit of momentum change to hang the hat on for Superior Heights players over there and for Will Meta. But this is his last game in high school. At least he gets to go with a real bang and a special teams recovery return touchdown. So quite a cool play. You don't see that one too often there, Coach.
No, that's but on the board, that's that's a momentum builder potentially.
And again, it's 3-down football, Canadian football, so 6:55 is plenty of time on the clock in reality. But as you mentioned, because they weren't able to get that 2-point conversion there, this is now a 3-score game. It would require 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points, and a field goal to take the lead. So maybe a little too late, but at least Superior Heights not going down without a fight, and that's all we could ask for out of this group here today.
You could see a little bit of a special shenanigans here from the professor, mad professor. Even though he's not here tonight, he must be out signing autographs somewhere.
And I would not.
Him in Motor City, Smitty's maybe golfing somewhere. It wouldn't be surprising, but.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of text chain out there that involves Matt Gauthier and Gabe Barkley, Freddie Castleman over there, Coach DeSando and Smitty. There's plenty of disciples of Coach Sliver over there on that sideline, so you never know what can happen here on specials.
Well, at this point of the game, with under 7 minutes to go, you gotta.
Why not, right?
You gotta pull out, like you said earlier, you pull out all the stops and see what goes on here. But for you watching from home, Kent LeBlanc just walked around the field here with no helmet, so not sure we're going to see him the balance of the day. So. Could be a precautionary move, but he did have some tape over his ear, so I'm not sure what the issue is. So,
yeah, kid you'd like to have on the field for that O-line and D-line come next week. Oh, I think, was that knee down there?
No, I'm not sure. Now I want to see on the replay. So a quick punch kick here and Juma was able to pick the ball up.
I'm starting to get used to this little tool that we have here, Coach.
Yeah, nice big screen too. So. Here, we're going to get this replay here up in the booth, folks. Yeah, his knee was down.
Fortunately,
looks like they're marking it that way, too.
Perfect. There you go. Discussion. Some reasonable heads come together and figure that one out for us in the officials crew. A lot of experience over there on that staff.
Well, I got to tell you, referee Chow's been pretty quiet back there. His arm, he won't even need any Voltaren tonight for the old shoulder for the amount of flags.
He's saving it for next week.
Saving it for next week.
week.
The shoes do look a little shiny. Not quite as much as I expected, though. Matty Tucker back in the gun. Quick handoff up the middle. Jackson with the ball. Knocked out of bounds right around
Hunter Jackson gets around the corner, gets some decent yardage. There's a flag at the end of the play.
Yeah, a little bit of extra shoving and pushing there on the sideline there at the end, and hopefully.
I'm not sure if that's going to be on the bench for being on the field, or I don't know what's going on over there. But
could be, Coach. Could be absolutely right. Hunter Jackson, though, on the first down run from the moment.
Because this is a flashback to the old Marty Smith days when there's 6 of them. 6 of the coaches are on the field, but Marty used to come right out to the hash mark to have his discussion. So,
earlier in the season, your son and I were joking on the sideline for one of the games and saying that your son needed a Sean McVay get-back guy. The person used to pull Sean McVay back. He was getting too carried away. But then we were making a joke that all the coaches on our sideline were the Sean McVays, and there weren't enough of the pullback guys. So,
well, that was one of the other responsibilities I had with the Cora staff, and when I was over there, I was
You're the pullback
quick
guy.
to point them out to stay behind certain spots. So, penalties against St. Mary's for rough play. So it's going to be 2nd and 20, and a little flare out here. Going back to Rive, giving him a chance to make up for the last play and securing the ball, but Dake Gochi doing everything in his power to try and punch that ball out. Little game of leapfrog, and
Rive gets about 8-9 yards before being taken down by Gauthier.
Well, nobody can ever accuse the Gauthiers of not having personalities, especially Dake, and been friends with his dad for quite a bit, so entertaining people for sure, and Dake's definitely one of the biggest personalities in this league.
you know, great player, and wish him all the best at Sioux College next year. He's going to be one of them people that able to, from the safety position, to help out that team quite a bit in their first year of entrance into the league. So 2nd down and 2. Hand off to Jackson, and Superior Heights having nothing to do with it. Looked like number 5, Javon Battle. We haven't called his name in a while, and he's in there making a tackle. So,
well, you know what? Brilliant move by this defensive coordinator team and the
loss,
defensive line coach to think of putting Battle as an interior defensive lineman here today. What a change up that's been. He's been doing a great job creating some pressure up the middle. And for a guy who's not really huge or formidable, doesn't really look like a D tackle. He looks more like a stand-up DN. He's been doing a real great job impacting this game.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's Matty Goche and Freddie Castleman are the defensive coordinators there.
I think Frankie Weiss is in there. Got some influence and some say too.
So St. Mary's back to punt. Nate Carter seeing if he can get another one off. And he gets a spinner off, and it bounces right over the head of the defender.
And pins them again. Jeez. What an unbelievable day as a punter Nate Carter is at.
Yeah, that one was pretty much a 60-yard punt.
Looks like on the 1 or 2
when it was
yard
all
line,
net, it got a huge bounce.
Well, in college football, they have a stat for punters called punts inside the 20, and I think he's got 3 or 4 here today already. So it's a good metric to have.
Credit to the special teams coverage as well. So clock down here now, about 4:37 left to go in the game, folks. 24-6.
Again, looking towards next week for what comes next in the postseason. We've got the junior championship on Thursday night at 7:30 here at Spear Heights Field, and the primetime final Friday night, shaping up like it's going to be a rubber match of the last 3 years between Cora and St. Mary's once again. Again, that's at 7:30 on Friday next week here at Spear Heights.
Our own version of Friday Night Lights. Little quick toss out here to Dick Goche, and he didn't see anything, so he smartly threw it away to avoid the safety.
Pass thrown away, fall incomplete.
Little things that you can try to coach, but that's just situational awareness and experience by Dake. And a little thing to appreciate as a coach, maybe as a casual watcher, you don't understand the significance of what that was there by Dake, but instead of taking a safety and getting tackled in the end zone, he just threw it past the line of scrimmage and fights to see another day.
I'm sure they're really going to miss him next year. He's just such a pivotal player for that team. All-around leader, so somebody's going to have to step up in his place. Oh, almost picked off on the far side of the field there by...
Incomplete.
I'm going to go with 28, perhaps. Mateo Palumbo.
Yeah, it looks like 28 there.
So
he's a older brother, I believe, off at University of Waterloo in his first year. Freshman D lineman.
So I'm sure that Coach DeSando's just going to take a safety here. It'd be silly for him to try and punt this out at this point. And I know you're down, but there's 4 minutes to go. And
yeah, I don't disagree with you here, Coach. Just take advantage of some field position by pinning them down the other end. So
you don't want to give up points, I guess, either. So,
or how? Yeah, there you go.
Spear takes a knee.
Darian Pucci in to greet him in the end zone, and how they're having a chat on their way back to the prospective benches. So 3:51 to go, and it's another 2 points. So it'll be 26-6, St. Mary's, and the ball will come out to the 35-yard line, I believe.
You know, a lot of these players, a couple of the ones from Spear Heights, going off to be a part of that inaugural team next year, and Sioux College in the CJFL with Coach Paulo Rossetti and his star-studded coaching staff that he's collecting over there. And a lot of the players here today's game will be some of those players on that inaugural team. To name a few, you got Matty Tucker at quarterback for St. Mary's. Will be heading over there. Blair Boudreau, who's a good DB. Jack McPherson, obviously one of the top wide receivers in the loop as well. Grant Mathewson, we've heard his name a million times here today, so I'm sure we'll hear it up at the Sioux College level too. And then Dakin and Goche, we've covered quite a bit here today.
Get the ball on their own 35
Glad
yard
that
line.
he was able to show out and put up some plays that really highlight what he is as a football player.
You know, and I read today that Coach Orzetti was able to secure a couple of players in from the under-20 Australian League. So
yeah, I was talking to him this week. He's filled all 6 of his international slots on his team now, so he's just going to be worried about going after domestic players in different areas here now.
Oh.
Talk to him for a few minutes.
So, Tucker back. And
Tucker gets to the 40 before
there's
he's
2
dropped
flags
down.
out. So, I'm not sure at this point in the game, Coach, that you don't take Matty Tucker out of there. Geez, you can't afford to not have him in the game, in the championship game.
Yeah, I mean, that's Alex Hayes, though, too. He's a capable quarterback, and he's is that Alex Hayes they have out there? No, they have Matty Tucker still
Matty
in there.
Tucker's still there. So
There he comes right there. Yeah.
Okay, so my headset is working all the way over to the St. Mary's bench, and 100% you don't need Tucker getting hurt and
No, and it's a great
derailing
chance,
chances next week. So
and a great chance to put Alex Hayes in because he is going to be the heir apparent for that position.
So the
You would
penalty
think he
against
was
St.
in
Mary's, that'll
junior
back
the
them
last
up to
couple
the
of
20.
years. Got plenty of
After the 15-yard
opportunities to play
penalty.
for the JV Sabercats at quarterback this
First
summer
and
too.
25.
So let him go in there, get some live reps in a meaningful playoff game, and next year this might be his show to run.
So first and a bus ticket here for first down. Alex Hayes at quarterback.
Timeout coming from Coach
St. Mary's has
Monaco.
called a timeout.
Timeout. We're going to send this over to our sponsors with 3 minutes and 13 to go. We're back here after that brief timeout from St. Mary's. Obviously, Coach Monaco had saw something that he didn't like. And
Yeah, I think it might even have been a personnel issue. Bringing in some subs. Nobody's out there where they're supposed to be. Alex Hayes going up.
trying to connect with Rive there.
Pass intended for goal Rive. Falls incomplete. Great
Should
defensive
see him
play
made the defense play. The number 32 for Superior Heights.
by
It's like
Eshkabach.
Maximo Eshkabach.
I'm not sure what Coach Cruz was yelling about. Like, not liking something, whatever you're not liking. It's 3 minutes to go and you're got a 20-point lead.
Well, Coach Caruso's been a fiery personality ever since he was a Sabercat player here. In
Yeah,
the
but
city,
he's
too.
having a conversation with the wrong referee because Rob Grab's not going to take too much of that. So,
Oh, I don't think it was end of conversation. I think he was calling a play, but he was going on the field too much, and
well,
Mr. Grab was correcting
Is this
him
a
on where
delay
he's
a
let
game?
go.
objectionable
Flag on the
conduct.
play, objectionable conduct
Yeah, and I think
against St. Mary's. That'll back them up.
Mr. Edwards just got a little annoyed there of the game being delayed by the referee or the coaches walking out onto the field a little too far. But you know what? Looking towards next week. Third rubber match or the rubber match like we mentioned, and it would be
They'll be
interesting to see
second
how
in the
St.
country
Mary
mile.
stacks up against Cora now that they have everyone healthy and all their weapons back. But I got to say, Coach, I watched Cora last night, and they just came out and they ran like 7 or 8 different packages, and that team's just so well prepared. They've got so many options and ways to attack you. This might be one of the most complete Cora teams I've seen, so it'll be a really, really interesting matchup next week.
Well, Tom Annett's going to have his kids ready. There's no doubt about that.
And that'd be down even if he did catch that one.
And it's waved off, it looks like. Either that or they're all pretending that they're planes.
Incomplete. Looks like they're trying to get it to Carney.
And as far as Coach DeSando, his second year in as the head coach over there at Superior Heights, he's able to get his team a couple more wins here this year, and hopefully have some young talents he can develop over there on that sideline. Missing a couple probably next year with the departures of Dake Goche and Russian and Battle and guys like that, Will Meta, but you know, that is the cyclical nature of this, and as coaches, it's not about having the best players every year necessarily. It's about shaping these young men, and I have no doubt that a lot of these young guys have had a great time at Superior Heights these last couple of years. You know, I've talked to a few of them and some of the coaching staff there too, and I think that was the real goal at Superior Heights these last couple of years, just to make football fun again and focus on getting better week to week. So
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, Coach DeSando, not new to football, but new to the coaching ranks, and starting to make his imprint on the team. So Nate Carter pounds another one deep from his end zone, knocks it out, and it's inbounds.
you know, I don't know how many high
Shillingford
schoolers
picks
out
it
there
up.
dropping 50-yard
Bucci.
dead
It's not a
ball punts
fora.
like that, but
There's
Lucci.
a flag down at the end down there. So
Sounds like a law firm.
yeah, and you're going to see who it was that got it, but
Or a deli.
you know, if you're St. Mary's as guys, and you even have Nate being told by his teammates there to maybe cut it out, they don't want to see him miss out next week either. So
So roughing the kicker
looks like they
against.
Dake Goche kind of
Superior
making
Heights.
a plea to the ref to consider it a little bit differently, but
referee, rough play
That'll
against.
bring the ball up to the
against Superior Heights.
25, I
Yeah.
believe. It'll be 1st and 10 St. Mary's.
And that might be what Dake Goche is trying to voice through and pleading his Nate Carter's pleading his case to Dake and teammates in the summertime, so they know each other well.
So is it going to bring back the offense out?
Looks like it.
So we've got a little bit of midnight overcast rolling in here, a little bit of fog.
I think that's actually a fire pit over there in the right
Oh, was
corner
it a fire
behind the
pit?
Superior Heights bench. Yeah.
Okay, can't quite smell it just yet, but can't smell anything right now.
I just smell the greasy bag that Chris Carr had the pizza in from earlier.
And when he stole my chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Quick pass and a quick whistle, so I don't know what the play is here.
Nate's got to be careful here.
Play comes out immediately, but there was a couple
Nate's
of different
really got to be careful here. He's
whistles.
already had a couple of warnings this year, and that just was an unnecessary play, really. He's going to make the argument he didn't hear the ref's whistle, but I don't know. You know, and the refs might want to take control of this situation here a little bit.
And referee Chow getting in on the height there. Somebody's mother running onto the field. You don't see that very often. So we got an abundance of penalties here, folks. It's it looked like an offside and a couple of objectionable conduct penalties. So
yeah, I saw an offside by the defense for Spear Heights, an unnecessary roughness for St. Mary's, and then offsetting objectionable conducts for both teams as well.
So referee Edwards over to explain it to referee Monaco and give him the lowdown on what went on and what their take on the incident is. So
yeah, players are all set, but we got a bit here before the officials and the refs or the coaches are done talking. So
yeah. And again, I with the replay here, I didn't look at it again because I really kind of missed. I was trying to watch what the referees were doing. So look at Coach JB up here giving me
well, I thought
trying to help me out here.
Figure it out here, but I don't know if I can rewind the live. For some reason, the technical difficulties, we're not able to rewind it for our end, but
I blame Chris Carr personally.
that'd be kind of selfish of us anyways for our fans listening. We'd be doing that without you for the most part, so.
But I still blame Chris Carr.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not only was he being selfish this evening and not bringing us anything and trying to blame it on the boss and staying the Shaw stole his lunch, and he got some chili up here and still didn't share.
Oh, he was guarding that brown paper bag with his life. His knuckles were getting a little white from squeezing it too hard there for a bit, so he's losing blood and circulation.
And Greyhounds must have fired him for tonight because he was doing double duty. And we got to talk to the payroll department and dock him some time for going down and working for St. Mary's team tonight, getting their water and not staying on the camera where his job was. So.
Well, you know what? Greyhounds won tonight, and I'd be willing to bet they have a winning record when Chris Carr's not there, so we might be on to something. I don't know. He says they win when he's there.
Yeah, the only thing they win at is him eating pizza there. So.
Yeah. I think the only person who wins when Chris there is the people who have to put away the leftovers in the Bumbaco room. He takes care of that for them, eh? Getting their pizza. No? Oh, from the DJ booth. Well, looks like we're close to having a resolution here, folks, but
I got to try and get some peace in here and, have cooler heads prevail because it looks like Coach Monaco pulled his starting receivers out of the game as well because he doesn't want any shenanigans there. But
yeah, and keeping his veteran O-line out there where a lot of the captains and vets are, especially Noah and Valentin, to try and keep cooler heads and everyone focused.
We're getting a long explanation here, so maybe the little bit of time is going to deflate some of the stuff that's going on here. So,
and down there you have Mr. Condon, who's very good at keeping composure and keeping situations under control. So, Mr. Edwards down there, well, a very veteran member of the staff. He's been through it a few times. They got some players cramping as they wait for a game to get back underway here. Inactivity catching up to players.
all right, looks like we've got everything ironed out, and we're going to get a snap here. The game was flowing along pretty good. All the shenanigans are over, hopefully. And it's a first down. And a quick pass out here to number 87, Jackson Turinsky, and he's sprinting down the field. Dave Gauthier trying to reel him in.
Well, that down at the one. It looks like Lucas Spin to me at number 87, if I'm not mistaken there.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. I'm looking on the wrong side of the board. So Lucas Spin.
We haven't really heard that name much this year, so what a big play here in the playoff game to get all the way down to the 1 yard line. Almost had a touchdown
with the touchdown
here in a senior final. And now you almost wonder if you're not just going to see St. Mary's do their best to run a couple of plays. I mean, at this point, I don't know if you can really avoid going in the end zone without turning it over there on the 1 or 2 yard line, but 2 minutes, a little too much time to kill off with a couple of knees yet.
First and goal, St. Mary's from the 2.
Well, St. Mary's with a lot of their backups in right now, and
let's see Matteo Piscuzzi in there. Big Shaq Shawana. Joshua LaPera on that O-line. Still got Mateo Torrenson out there. Oh, the ball's on the ground.
Botch snap.
And Superior Heights has the ball.
so turnover
Recovered by Superior
with a
Heights.
bad snap there. Not getting all the way, so no score for St. Mary's, and Superior Heights is going to take the ball over here with a minute 39 to go. Somewhere around the 3 or 4 yard line, I would assume.
Yeah, and you know, if I had to label today for Superior Heights, just such a gritty performance. They really stayed in this, and when you're facing an experienced defending championship squad like this, sometimes when you get down by a couple scores, it's easy to pack it in and just let the game go as it's going to go. But, you know, they've tried to keep that scoreline respectable. The scoreline's certainly not an indication of how well they played and how hard they fought. Forced St. Mary's to punt a lot today, which you can't generally say about this offense in St. Mary's. So hats off to Superior Heights on their way out this season. Certainly put in a good effort here at the end.
Yeah.
And if you're a St. Mary's fan, the chance to repeat and defend your title still lives on, it seems.
I believe we have a timeout call.
And you've mentioned it before. You know,
Coach DeSando with his Forrest Gump run all the way across the field, and definitely the fastest, or potentially the fastest head coach. I think it'd be a pretty good race between him and Coach Baswell at White Pines.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, no doubt. We talked about that last night, I think, about who
but
would
as
have
far
the
as
fastest time.
style points,
Yeah.
that was definitely the Forrest Gump run. So,
Just wants everyone to realize and make sure they remember that offensive linemen are athletes too. So
yeah, but I'm not sure what he's trying to get in here with a minute 39 to go. It's like,
yeah, you know what, Coach, is probably cold. So it's cooling off here quite a bit.
well, I'm
down the
cold,
field.
so.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go out there and do no 70-yard sprint either. I can guarantee that. Chris Carr might be. We're going to see him. He's got to run over there and get the water. And
Yeah, Chris gives me a good idea having some guys like yourselves in a little bit of a charity race, maybe, you know, let Chris Carr get involved.
only if you're running too. If you're not running, I'm not running.
Well, we'll keep you
All
up
right,
to date
wheel us
on
back
the,
in here. So we're Coach DeSando still waiting to get out of the huddle there. They're not going to let him play any snaps, so now he's doing the slow Boniferro jog over here. So I want to see the Forrest Gump run. Come on, Matty.
No, I don't think that's fair.
And I can tease
I
Matty
don't think
because
that's fair to Coach DeSando. He's at least moving without the flip-flops still. So, this. Are you kidding me? Why would you call it timeout? They call it swinging gate here, just like their junior
Swinging
team
gate like
did?
their junior team, and
Unbelievable. That's
oh,
awesome.
come on, guys.
Here goes DeSando again. Getting a little rise from the crowd.
He's at the 20.
They love his
He's at the
effort.
10.
Wow. Like, seriously, are you, like, what are you doing? Why are you calling timeouts? It's 26-6. There's no
Yeah.
time left.
Yeah, I think St. Mary saw the swinging gate and decided that they were going to try to shut it down and not let it beat them here at the end. But
Yeah, but what are you proving? That you only let 6 points on the board?
Yeah,
Come on.
not our
I know I'm a
approach.
big fan. If there's a donut on the board and you're trying to preserve it, then you know what? I can see that. But Coach DeSando now,
we'll see if they go back to it. For those who weren't watching earlier, the
Doesn't look like
Superior
it.
Heights junior team was running a formation that your son affectionately calls the swinging gate.
all right,
So
Coach Corelli, time to get off the field.
And they're going back to a power back formation here instead.
Student body right.
Oh, Schillingsford. Nice little bust-out play. Oh, and they call him out of bounds there, but
run out of bounds by number 28.
you know, we saw
Mateo
evidence of him
Palumbo.
being able to take one against us last time you saw Superior Heights.
Marcus
and West Point.
Batafora there
yards in the first down.
trying to point out to referee Jordine, who's seen more football in his lifetime than he'll see in his, trying to tell him where the ball was spotted. So I strongly suggest you don't tell the referee where you think the ball should go. He had it all under control.
And speaking of Mr. Jordan, can you hear me there, Coach?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of Mr. Jordan there, inducted in the Hall of Fame for the NFC a couple of summers ago, the first Sioux Steeler in town to ever score a touchdown for their franchise. So, been around the game for a very long time.
Well, a little shenanigans to the opposite side. Trying to get his players the ball. Will
Back to
Meta
Will
getting the
Meta.
ball. So
Gets about 15 yards in the first down.
I guess I can appreciate what Coach DeSanto's trying to do.
54,
Maybe get some guys
Tyler
that on their final snaps of their football career, getting them the ball, and I can appreciate that. So,
Yeah, for sure.
but I still do appreciate the Forrest Gump run a lot better. And we're going to see Chris Carr out there, especially this summer. Going to be out there in his tracksuit, warming up,
Yeah, we'll
getting ready.
try to get a YouTube live stream going at some point this summer. Get a 40-yard dash for Chris Carr. See what he can put up on the time.
And you can't use your bike, Chris.
Yeah, no big wheels.
Run for Dake Goche. I think the ball
came
bounced
yeah.
out.
And then a horse collar to finish it, unfortunately, it seems. And
More shenanigans here.
Ball comes
Yeah.
out. I believe St. Mary's has it. A couple of late
yeah, we're
flags.
getting
gonna
pretty
be some
close to the point
OCs
where,
here.
Yeah, we're getting close to the point where maybe as an official crew you might want to call it before something gets out of hand here. But, you know, you also don't want to do that to some seniors in their final game either, so you hope cooler heads prevail.
So it looks like St. Mary's recovered the ball because they're sending their offense on. At least I think they are. So referee Everett's rough play, horse collar against Superior Heights. And that's it, only one penalty.
Well, Chris Carr has volunteered Big House and Shaw to enter into the 40-yard dash competition too. So
Oh, looking forward to it. I'd pay great money for those seats. I got your seats covered, JB.
I think we can make some money off this, I'm not going to lie.
I think Shaw is the early front runner there,
Yeah.
but never count out the big house there.
Spear Heights bench encouraging their players to finish
Stays
strong
in
and
as he throws,
play
falls
each rep
incomplete.
to the end. Javen Battle, guys like that in their last high school reps here. Again, just want to go through those guys: Dakin and Goche, Nathan Adams, Colt Yemen, Ty Russian, Javen Battle, Javen Giosa, Maximo Eshkabach, Ken Herden, and Divine. It's Seghosium. I think I got closer that time. For those of your returning players who are done here after these last couple of reps.
Hunter Jackson with the ball, running up the middle of the field. Substantial run, all the way down to the, just outside of the, around the 17-yard line. So I don't see
Late
any
flag
flag.
coming in.
Oh, late flag.
Yeah, I think maybe a helmet was pulled off there at the end, but
Referee Edwards calling that one from back in the backfield. So rough play again against St. Mary's, blow to the head. So
we'll see if it was before or after the first down, because that will determine whether we can kneel this out or not. And I think I saw Alex Hayes give the knee sign there, so if they got the first down here even with the penalty, I think that's what we'll see happen here. Yeah, it looks like it's spotted from after the first down here, Coach.
they're still trying to figure out where they're spotting the football. So it'll be first down. He was after the first down or during, so I'm not sure here. So
Looks like it.
I'm
So
still confused.
spot of the foul. I imagine it'll be a first down and back 15 yards. And I would just hope that we're taking a knee here to.
So St. Mary's taking their center out. Mateo Torres in and putting their new person in just to get
All
in.
right, after penalties applied, it'll be 2nd and 10 St. Mary's.
And referee Edwards right in the middle of things, so definite knee happening here. So they're not going to let any shenanigans happen. So that's going to take us to a wrap-up of semifinal Friday night SAULtsports.com football from the Fieldhouse. John Wayne Fott. And
Just a reminder, junior championship game Thursday night next week,
Ladies and
7
gentlemen, as
p.m.
the
here
clock
at
winds
Superior
down,
Heights between Cora and St. Mary's Juniors, and then the same
referee
two
is waving
schools
the flag and
represented in the
taking a knee.
senior
That's the game.
championship. Friday
Let's thank
night,
everyone for
7:30
coming.
here at Superior
Let's
Heights.
congratulate St.
signing
Mary's.
off for
They
JB
will
and
play
myself,
Cora
and
next week.
Chris Carr already gone to get water or some more lunch.
Superior Heights and their
And
students.
the boss in the booth.
But
We'll
most of
see you
all,
next week, folks.
Just remember, at some point in the next 2 weeks,